there was this point where I was literally fucking mapping out a way to end my life. And so I started to ask myself, there has to be like more to life. After that, I got kind of disgusted, like how the fuck did I get myself into this kind of situation? And that's when I started to try and find another path. So I sacrificed like gaming, sacrificed dating, sleeping late on the weekends. I got into fucking like $50,000 worth of debt. And this was with my mom's money as well.
How the fuck did you get 50k or debt?
For some reason, can't stand the thought of being average or living an average life. It feels like at every stage of my life, there's a force trying to beat me down. Like, if you want to fuck me up, then I'm just going to win at everything.
This is going to be an interesting one. I chose out this shirt called Colony Dropout. Not because he's a dropout, but because I am a dropout. Dropout from the colony. But we have a young man here. He's 18, and this is probably going to be one of the more interesting ones also, because we actually have an audience of young people who like watching my stuff, which is always very surprising to me. And I know why. It's surprising because number one, I am like not 18 or 19. I'm like 38 going on 39, but people like watching my stuff and they're all quite young, which is kind of interesting. We actually have a guy who just joined us who's 17 or so and likes watching my stuff. I didn't know the teenage audience was my niche target audience, but I also know also because people like watching because they think I'm kind of cool, interesting. Maybe I do a lot of rebellious shit. I like drop out of school, etc. But that was like 20 years ago. But cool. But we have a young man who's let me say this. How do we say this without getting him into trouble? First of all, we're not allowed to mention his school. Okay, so we're not going to talk about school. Second of all, if you guys are smart enough, you will recognize his school because we're both from the same school. But remember, we never say school name. Hey. All right, so we never say the school name or so. But if you guys watch any of my past videos, then you will realize so. Third of all, later we'll ask him a bunch of questions and probably help him out a little bit because I like to support folks who are young and wanting to start their own business in some way. I think they remind me of myself. Last time when I started out, I tell people I want to start business. Nobody want to talk to me. Much less come and help me on a fucking podcast.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah, no one helped me. I went to meet people. It was really funny as well because when I met people, I told them I had a desire. They all look at me like then they like just, because nobody, we were speaking to Adam Khoo's former partner, Stuart, just now. We were talking about like the view of most people in the industry towards young people. People love you when you have value. When you value your money, your fame, or you're willing to pay, then everyone has time for you.
Yeah.
But when you're starting out also, you're not a lot of experience, not a lot of skill, not a lot of value, maybe not a lot of money also. Then you will realize that most people they don't fucking like you at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like you like basically like a beggar, like a scum. It's like, you ask them for time, they got nobody has time. You send them a message, nobody will reply you. And it's just very challenging. Just so they either ignore you or then they exploit you. Exploit means they come here and ask you to do a lot of work and then they just pay you like minimum wage and just like because they think you're stupid, which is what you do with exploited people. But I don't know. I like helping younger folks because maybe last time that was what people did to me. It's a very difficult journey. So these days, if I can meet some of you guys who are wanting to do business for whatever reason, I also don't know, right? Later we ask him also why he wants to do this. Then if I can help, then I can help also. Now, the funny thing is why you don't exploit and take advantage of people is very simple. Bro. I'll tell you why. So then later introduce yourself. It's because all young people eventually become older. But when they become older, right, and if you treat them well, they remember that. When you treat them badly, they also remember, bro. I distinctly remember, right, there were people that asked for time and advice right where I started, and they basically just ignore me, which I don't blame them, okay, because they probably thought, what an idiot. Then later I became more famous, right? Then you're like, hey, brother, how are you? Then I was like, this motherfucker. They had no time for me last time, but now wants to be friends, so it's just interesting. Okay, but anyway, want to let these people know without getting yourself into trouble. Where are you? What's your name? How old are you? Then later we ask you a bunch of questions about why you are so insane.
Cool. So, hi guys, I'm Ethan. I'm 18 years old and I'm from same school as him last time.
He's still in school, by the way.
Yeah, couldn't drop out.
Not yet. I actually tell him, for a lot of people watching, they always think that I advise people to drop out of school. I've had team members now who had just graduated from poly. So remember, they graduate, they wear graduation gown, they graduate. We got one actually as of this shooting at the graduation now. Okay, so I never advise everyone to drop out. So I say I drop out. I am a colony dropout. I never say you should drop out. In fact, I told him to finish up his entire school. He's got a few more months more. So I mean, I really should finish up. So we were discussing just now. I just thought we should record this on film. You were a straight A student. In fact, his PSLE scored better than me, guys. Mine is 268. Got credible proof. This is a lot of people make claims, no proof. Okay, I still got the cert. My mother keeps it. I don't give a shit about it. But what's your PSLE score?
273.
273. What a smart fucking guy. Okay, you can go to any school. Want to go to this particular school, oh, I almost slipped the name there. God damn. Why did you want to go to this particular school? Like, you wanted to be a good student, your grades were good enough, like, you wanted to pursue the school route, so, right?
Yeah. Dude, at that point in time, there was only two options, bro.
You like the core values more, or you like what they stand for?
Honestly, at that point in time, I didn't really know what I was going to do in the future. I always wanted to be like a doctor because my parents wanted me to be a doctor in the past. And
So they told you, I want you to be a doctor, straight up.
No, not really. I feel like it's more like these beliefs are like subconsciously conditioned into us.
Oh.
So they say like, these jobs are really great, doctor, lawyer, all that shit.
Doctor, lawyer, medical only got 3 only.
Yeah. And then they're like, doctor save so many lives and whatever.
It's called subtle brainwashing.
Yeah.
But now your parents are doctors, it's kind of interesting. They're not doctors, None of your parents are doctors.
No, doctors.
Very interesting brainwashing. So that was your accepted reality.
Yeah.
And you studied really hard for the first couple of years.
I'd say I was always a good student since kindergarten, but I remember. And at that point in time, my entire identity revolved around just studying and getting good grades, and then feeling good about myself when I got good grades.
So it wasn't so much like, sometimes you get good grades for a few reasons. Mine was just to stay alive. But I think if I don't, then my mom would like, fucking, I don't know what the hell she'll do. She was quite a handful. Some people do it because they want parents' approval. Some of the people do it because they want to feel good about themselves, or maybe they're competitive as well. Sounds like you are the last one. Like,
yeah, I feel like, and I thought about this for quite some time. So like, why do I try and stand out or not be normal so much? Or why do I try and do so unconventional things? I think like after Socratic questioning, like asking myself why a lot of times, I feel like at some base level, I have like a level of narcissism that makes me want to outperform others. And I just for some reason, can't stand the thought of being average or living an average life. And I have no idea why this is the case.
But even from kindergarten, you for sure was not like so tuned on in all these concepts. But even from kindergarten, it's quite early.
Yeah. Now, I remember vividly, like in kindergarten, I remember spelling like this fucking natural phenomenon correctly in front of like an Indian teacher. And then everyone was like clapping and shit. And I think...
What was the natural phenomenon that you spelled correctly in kindergarten? Bro, the only thing I do in kindergarten was fighting, Like, what you do? What was that?
It's called natural phenomenon. I spelled that shit correctly.
You spelled natural phenomenon correctly.
And then everyone was like clapping and my mom was like so proud of me and some shit. I think
maybe my videographer also cannot spell natural phenomenon. You can spell. I want to look at her face, I know she cannot. Oh, she can, okay, can.
Bro, I think,
in kindergarten, that was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
How you know how to spell this word?
Bro, I have no idea, but it's like a core memory for me. It's like one of the only memories I have of kindergarten.
Wow.
And I think since then, it's just like reinforce.
Wow.
We like, do good in school, all of that. And then in school, they give you money, they give you like scholarships or whatever.
Wait, primary school or this particular school?
Primary school.
Okay, yeah. I mean, okay. They, like if you are from a okay family, but you do well, they still give you money, right?
Yeah, just to give.
I mean, it's been a while for me. My family not that rich, so I. And anyway, they give the money. Also, never go to me. Last time I call and take the money, I never get any money. I feel like I take the money, then my mother will say, "Oh, I will keep it for you." And I feel like I never get any money also. But when you got some of these scholarships and stuff.
Yeah, and some like awards here and there.
Oh shit!
So I guess it's just
you're a good student all throughout primary school, so.
Nah, I wouldn't say so. I'd say when I get rebellious. I remember in I'll say like P5, P6, I was really rebellious. Like I would be every math and science lesson, I'll definitely be standing outside class on.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then
I found the right guy. I also stand outside class a lot. Outstanding.
Yeah.
Stand outside.
I was funny also.
I'm an outstanding student because you stand outside.
When you talk back to a teacher, right? I think you get some sense of pride.
What you talk back to them about?
Sometimes they say things that are kind of stupid, I think.
Do you talk back because like you feel like what they say is dumb, or you know better, or you just like trying to make a joke, or you think they're wrong?
I think right now it's a mix of reasons. One is because I think that some of the beliefs that they have are just like wrong.
That's right.
Second thing is, over the years, especially in business as well, I realized that I feel like business gives you this sort of confidence, right? Especially if you put yourself through so much shit, that no matter how bad things get, you won't die. I think a lot of people are like scared of authority because like they've never done it before. So doing that is like, but like business gives you this sort of like confidence and this sort of aura knowing that you won't die. And because of that, you become much less fearful of a lot of the things around you.
Interesting. But you have this thought in primary school and all, right?
No, at that point, it was just, I realized that there was not much consequence to it. And so I wasn't punished.
Oh.
It's just sent us out of class, what?
Okay.
Right?
But they didn't expel you or never try to cane you?
No, I
Or?
just got like, never.
Okay. So you, but it sounds like you're sharing with us. Apart from just talking back a bit, you're generally a good student. I mean, you don't get the 273 with being a bad student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I studied a lot. In class I had fun.
Yeah, you probably just say some shit also, then you get thrown out also. But other than that, like, I mean, you gotta be a good student. Man, you have better grades than me, PSLE wise. So first 2 years in this amazing school, you did well. You know, I was in this school, I did 1.0 mean in Sec 2. You know, you did it, I think, for a couple of years, right? In Sec 1 and 2. Then, okay. Then you're on track to becoming a star student. Grades better than me. Wow. I always joke during my classes that I never met anyone whose grades are better than me. I have today. It's PSLE better than me, right? I know about A-levels, but so far it's looking pretty promising as well, right? Because I had a mean grade 1.0 for 1 year. I don't think I had it in Sec 1, but you had it for both. So, okay, now you're 14. Then what happens? One night, you click on an Iman Ghazi video. I don't know, you walk us through.
It wasn't like that. I think I was thrown into self-improvement because of like the immense pain in my life. You know, since primary school and all of that, I really trusted like my parents on you just get good grades, you know, go to a good uni, then get a good job, you know, just work hard and then retire at 65.
Yeah.
I started to question that. Like I was seeing a lot of people in school being extremely unhappy with their life. And I think for some reason, like students at like the Gen Z is like they're much more willing to challenge the norms. And they're able to think at a deeper level for some reason, challenge authority as compared to the other generations. And so I started to ask myself these questions, which then eventually led to the question of, you know, what's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of waking up and doing all these things I don't want to do? At that point, right, at 13, 14, my routine was just wake up, go to school, go to CCA, game like shit, and then sleep, you know, goon 2 times a day, and on the weekends as well. And I just felt like there has to be like more to life. You know, I'm someone who has a very obsessive personality. I think I knew that like since a young age, like my parents knew that as well. Because I felt this huge lack of purpose. I think that obsession went into like a friendship, like it got channeled into a friendship I had with a guy. And so this dude that I had was like my best friend at that time. And because I didn't find meaning in any other aspect in my life, right? I started to put a lot of importance into that friendship. And it became sort of like you are the meaning why I'm going on and all of that stuff. At 14 years old, I didn't know what the fuck I was going through. I was just like, why do I feel so bad about myself? You know, what else can I do? Because, you know, sadness is just like the lack of perceived options, right? So at that point in time, I didn't know what else I could do. It seemed like there was no path out. And so gradually, because I just kept reinforcing this to myself, I fell into like a really bad place. And that friend as well, because obviously as guys, right, when you become like too close to one another, that guy will kind of push back, right? And so our friendship started to like suffer a lot because of that. And then with the existential crisis that I had as well, it just didn't go very well for me. And so I remember there was this point where I was literally fucking mapping out like a way to end my life. I don't know what would have happened if it wasn't for that one friend that found me walking along my school's corridor. That one day in, I think Sec 2, I'm not sure when, but he found me and he decided to finally ask. I think there's like a barrier between Asian kids and their parents because it feels like whenever we open up to them, we're instantly like punished and scolded. And then we get reinforced to not open up, you know, to them. And so he actually like listened and stuff, and I opened up to him, and he really helped me out. Right now he's also my best friend, so it's some good stuff. And because of that, after that I got kind of disgusted, like how the fuck did I get myself into this kind of situation? And that's when I started to, you know, try and find another path. And I think like the YouTube algorithm somehow pushed Iman's videos to me. I clicked onto it, and then boom, I was into the ecosystem. So I started with Iman, where I was like, how the fuck is this guy making so much money? And then he dropped out to support his mom and all of that. And I got into Hamza. So I actually didn't immediately go into business because of that. I went into Hamza and then did all the self-improvement stuff, you know, meditation.
I met Hamza before. I've hung out with Hamza before.
You hung out with Hamza?
Yes, bro.
In real life?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we were staying. We had a great conversation. We went on a yacht party together. He was supposed to be here a few months ago. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
If you want, we can go.
crazy,
I
bro.
mean, we can
I
go to
want
Bali.
to
Hang out with Hamza, lah, but yeah, okay. So Iman, Hamza.
Yeah, Iman,
What did you take
Hamza,
away from Iman?
that's possible. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, it gave me hope. So it's the first time it gave me hope. And then with that hope that I could change my life, I could do something else with my life other than this traditional path that we all promised. I think we all sold this lie, right? That if you take the conventional path, you're going to be happy or you're going to be successful. And I think more and more people are realizing that because of, people like you.
Colony dropout. Okay, interesting. What do you take away from Hamza?
A lot of things, honestly. He was the reason I started going to the gym.
That's fantastic.
He's the reason I started meditating. There's the reason I started reading as well. So all the good fundamentals, right, that you need to do business, basically.
Yeah,
I all got it from him.
that's excellent. Yeah.
Right. And I was watching him for like a good, probably like 4 to 6 months, even more. And then he mentioned, I think it was him that mentioned that, as a young man, you should start a business or something along those lines. And then my first business that I started, I remember.
Okay, so this is concurrently while school is happening as well.
Yeah,
so,
while school is happening.
So just so we track, you are in school, and it sounds rather unfortunate. We would have missed your presence if, and to be genuinely honest, I mean, as a person who has been through that school that you talk about, a fair number of young boys have actually committed suicide in the school. Just or you know if you know what the school is. I was from MPCC last time, and we used to have camps in school, and it is true that a fair number of people have decided to off themselves in some parts of the school. Don't know if that kind of adds to the the whole situation. People decide to do very close to what you were deciding to do. So I don't know if the place needs an energy cleansing. But it does sound like, should it not have gone well, you might be the new addition to that list. Is sad.
Yeah.
But so it's good, your friend found you. That's excellent. So you were in school still, but instead of gaming or hopefully not gooning, you're watching Hamza, Iman, and doing some of
At that
those
point,
things?
I was still kind of gaming.
Okay.
A bit. Right?
But you had time where at night you would watch this kind of stuff?
Yeah, like on the way home from school, because it was like it's damn fucking long, right?
Oh.
Go from my house to the school.
Very familiar. Mine was 45 minutes to an hour. Very good.
Yeah, fuck, yeah, same.
Good time to watch a Hamza video. Maybe we can get through two.
That's it. And I'll take notes on my phone, I remember. I'll take notes on my phone, go home and implement. And then, I think it was during the holidays, right? I started, like Hamza was talking about this business thing for a bit. And then I stumbled upon a Jordan Welch video. I think it's Jordan Welch, dropshipper. Yeah, I tried that shit and I gave up in like 3 days.
Why?
I couldn't set up a TikTok account. I remember very clearly. There was a fucking, or is it Jordan Bound? There was like a contract that he made me print. This is like in his free YouTube course.
Yeah.
Like I will do whatever it takes to succeed. I remember I signed that shit and I quit in 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And then from then on, I think I stopped for a bit. Then YouTube pushed Tyson 4D to me. Now this guy is a copywriter. It's like one of the big names, right, of copywriting, but this kind of shit, I don't know what like.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
I think my videographer got buy his course or got watch her. Okay. Carry on.
yeah, that's how I first started. So I remember I watched his course and I got addicted. Like, what, you write words and then that turns into money, right? I kind of got like, I knew like this was a thing. That this was a thing for me. And so I joined his Discord, with like thousands and thousands of Indians and stuff. Then I was just like writing copy. I was sending copy in every single day. I was like doing outreach, all of that stuff. And then from there, I also found my first mentor, which was like a coach in his program. And from there, I then found my second mentor, right, who was also kind of in that program itself. And that was when I hit my first like 1 to 3K months with like various clients that I would get.
What did Tyson teach you?
Tyson 4D?
Yeah, in terms of copywriting, which is kind of interesting as well, because I got my start as a copywriter. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but my mentors are a bit older, like, because 20 years plus your senior, and those were like old school direct mail. They weren't so much on internet marketing, because when I first started, they're from direct mail. So was this whole thing started a long time ago. People write newspaper ads and like those called website ads and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So but what did you take from Tyson?
I would say 2 things. The first thing would be basic copywriting principles like structures, templates, all of that. It's like ADA, PAS, all that basic stuff really. And he really got me into email copywriting, which was something that I mained for quite a bit. And the second thing was that, dumb people can succeed. So
Why the Discord for stupid people?
yes. And
They're hardworking, right? You gotta think so. At least they recently hardworking.
Yeah, and-
cannot write here.
yeah, it just gave me hope, right? Like, cause
This fucker can do it, so can I.
yeah, for real, I think that that's a really good reframe to have. When you see people that you think should be worse than you doing better than you, right? It just adds like a chip on your shoulder as well. Like if you listen to that guy, right, you can tell he not very smart lah.
Tyson? Oh, okay. How old is Tyson?
Tyson as well, I'm not sure.
Like a young man? He's a young.
He's quite young.
I know Iman's kind of young also. I think these days, yeah, 20.
Iman's I think a billionaire now, like close to billionaire.
Maybe in his own words, I know, but I think Whoop is doing pretty well for him, like WHOP. I think he actually made a lot of money from the brand and then now venturing into deals where he owns like actual infrastructure.
Yeah.
That's where the money is made also. The money is not really made, I mean, we can cover that later. The money is not really made in causes. It's kind of like, this whole game is an entertainment game. It's a Hollywood game. If you look at The Rock, right, or you look at Kevin Hart or George Clooney, etc., the movies pay this amount. But after they make their brand, then George Clooney has a tequila brand. The Rock has a Taramana tequila. That's where they make the real money. And different people have wine and whiskey, and Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, he's got aviation gin. He's got the mobile company and etc. That's where the money is made. And of course, the most famous of all is the Kardashians also. The Kardashians are famous for sucking dick and having. I mean, if you look at Kim's greatest accomplishment is fucking dude called Ray J. And the sex tape came out. She's got a nice ass and nice tits. But at the end of the day, like, she ain't famous for anything, bro. At least the rest of the other people are like good actors. Kim is famous for a sex tape. But being able to parlay that, the Jenners and the Kardashians, they parlay that into a makeup brand. That's where Kylie made all the money.
Yeah.
So Iman got famous by, you guys help his fame. Then now he's famous, then he took over Sam Ovens, Consulting.com, Whoop. He's got sunglasses now and a whole bunch of things. That's real infrastructure. That's the fucking Kardashian playbook right there. But listen, we digress. Okay, so what else do you learn from Tyson?
Those are the main two things. I mean, he just introduced me to copywriting in general.
What did the first mentor teach you?
The first mentor?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good question, bro.
Because you call him a mentor, so like, it does seem you didn't call Tyson a mentor.
I didn't buy his shit.
Okay, but you called the first guy a mentor, so what did that guy help you in?
At that point in time, I had a couple of clients, and I really didn't know like what should I do.
Then you were like 15, 16 right about that? Or was it 17 already? Were you already in JC?
No, I was 16. I got my first client one day before my birthday on 17th March 2024.
17 March. Oh, that's very good. It's post-COVID. It's a couple of years ago. Okay.
Yeah, my first client, I remember. How
much was it? 1K? 500?
It was 100 USD.
Oh, to write what emails?
Bro, I wrote so much for him, bro. I wrote so much for him, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing back then.
In terms of like skill or in terms of like business?
Everything, bro. Everything.
Okay. But 100 USD, I mean, the fact that you could make this internet marketing thing, somebody send you some money, was like pretty cool.
I think that was like one of the happiest moments that I had in my life, bro.
You got the guy through Codium from the Discord? Or?
From Instagram. I sent him free value. And then he's like, bro, this is cool.
People like you are spamming my inbox every day, bro. You get 100 of these like a day. That's cool.
So saturated now.
But he responded. What niche was he at?
That's the thing. He wasn't even in a niche. He was like entertainment stuff. But because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I was outreaching to everyone.
Oh, and so you landed upon it, and he was like, okay, let's take a chance on this.
Yeah, and I wrote like one entire ebook for him. At that point in time, ChatGPT was still kind of shit, right? So yeah, had to spend like hours and hours on this guy, and then nothing happened because obviously I didn't know my shit, right? So,
but you got your first client. How you hit your first 1K day?
How did I hit my first 1K day?
Oh, not 1K day, like 1K month. 1 or 3.
It was from like those, I would say the second and third clients. That's why I really like actually started making money, I think, and like collecting upfront fees as well from them. Yeah. So that's what my first two mentors mainly helped with.
Like how to, know how to position yourself.
Yeah, how to position yourself, how to do outreach in a way that actually attracts people, answer you, right?
What's the answer? Feel? Like what was the biggest takeaway? Those are outreach. Because if you're a young guy, I mean, and to be genuinely honest, like, we have a Centennial kind of join us also. I said, like, you really must build a brand at the start, because, it's not just the fact that they do not know who you are. It's like, you almost feel like like most business entrepreneurs are not in the business of hiring fucking 16-year-olds to write their copy. I understand there's like certain barrier. Like you got 26, you're like, all right, he's starting out. But 16 is like, don't you have school? Like, what the fuck? Like, there's a lot of barrier to that. Is this legal? Is this a sweatshop? Like what the fuck are we
I
doing?
feel like most people don't really care about your age as long as you get the results. So I would say the main thing that really taught me is, as long as you can give like value upfront, and by value it means that something that alleviates pain, a pain that they have, right? And then on the core itself, you link like everything they want to your service, right? Everything they don't want to how they don't have your service, then you can sell them.
So you give free value and actually like
Yeah.
you broke down what was some of the challenges they had, etc. You just
Kind of. Yeah, on the core itself, and then just
in the DMs, did you do it or?
Yeah, at that time I did it as well. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was just following like what the mentor said to do. And the thing is with like free value, you have to make it like insane. Like I made my free value insane. Like it was clearly like, very well thought out. And then it's just reciprocity bias, get them on the call itself. And then, I just sold them. That was like my very, very beginner stage. Yeah. And then from then on, I remember I collected enough money and I finally invested in my first high ticket program, Copy Elite.
Copy Elite? Oh.
KJ Rainey. Very good. That guy's very good. Yeah. So with that guy, that was really when I started to just understand how business works. Right? So with that guy, that's when I hit my first 5 to 8K months.
Where did you hear of KJ before?
KJ Rainey? I low-key think it's from YouTube, bro. I feel like YouTube has been pushing a lot of shit to me. I low-key feel it's just YouTube, bro. It's like you keep watching copywriting stuff, right? And then the names I pop right, and then the thumbnail get you. And then you go into that ecosystem. I think this was when I was in J1 already, like the very, very early J1, right? Because in Sec 3 and Sec 4, I was really trying to get this business up, but I just couldn't break 5K. I couldn't break 5K.
Meanwhile, how was your grades doing as well?
Oh, so Sec 3, there's a jump, honestly. Like low-key, I feel like there's a big jump from Sec 2 to Sec 3 that most people like don't talk about. So my grades kind of suffered a bit. I mean, I still got like 1 A2, the rest A1. Sec 4 was a bit worse, I think.
Yeah. Because you're spending all your time studying this fucking copywriting shit.
Yeah. No, at that time, I was still trying to balance both though. Like I still cared about grades though. And that was like something I really had to change my identity to not care about grades.
Yeah, I think gaming got to go out the window if you're gonna like
gaming went out of the window.
If you're studying,
it's addicting, bro. It's really addicting. Like
so if you do grades and you still go to school and then at night you watch your stuff and then afterwards.
But I followed Hamza, so I woke up very early in the morning.
Oh really?
Yeah. So like right now I wake up 3:30 a.m. morning and then I work, then I go to school. Then I sleep at 8. Like when I think I did this for like quite a long time already, man. Quite a long time already. Since like I watched Hamza. At that time it was like 4 or 5 a.m. but right now it's 3:30 a.m.
Interesting. So but your grades then I suffer a bit in Sec 4 then
sure.
What did your parents say? Did they know their son was fucking raking it in the fucking in the room?
They had no idea, bro. They had no idea. So I just say the usual stuff like the test very hard cannot handle.
Later this video come out and maybe you have to do podcast with your mother also. Okay then wow, okay. But I think you're still doing pretty okay. Like, it wasn't like you're getting a bunch of C's, D's and E's.
Occasionally, like once or twice, I guess, but it wasn't that bad. J1 was when shit went really bad, bro.
Okay, so but J1 was also when you were doing like pretty okay amounts.
Yeah, that was when I hit like, 10,
and
all those numbers.
And where were you getting the clients from?
Co-email. So I started Copy Elite first. That's when I got my first like actually good client. I made him like 9K in 26 days, I remember, very vividly, with just like email marketing. At that point in time, I was also very shit, but I made him money lah. And so that was really like the first big breakthrough, I guess, from Copy Elite itself. And then from then on, I went to acquire more clients. But then again, there was like a time cap, right? Like I was still trying to do school. And I only had I was spending like 40, 50 hours a week in school. So...
was it boring already? Or?
That's fucking boring, bro. I think
At Sec 4, you still gave a shit though. But J1, not so much.
Yeah, at Sec 4, I still gave a shit. But it's like Sec 1, J1, I was like, how is the business not at 10K yet? I've been doing this shit for so long, bro. Because you see online YouTube at the testimonials, 10K a month in like 30 days, whatever. I knew that I was in school, but part of me was very unhappy that I wasn't hitting that amount. And that 10K is always like that golden, right? That one thing that everyone wants to achieve, every young guy wants to achieve at the start, right? Like we all just think life would be amazing, like be perfect once I hit the 10K. And that was kind of the belief that I had as well, which is not true. But
Okay.
so I got into J1, there was no time, and then I wanted to scale. And then I found Charlie Morgan. If you know who that guy is.
Yeah.
So client acquisition, all of that, and then I'm building an agency. And so when that shit really came to me, right? And then I invested like, I remember 12 or 15K into his shit. Right, part of it was my mom's money as well.
Oh shit! Like how do you get a mom to give you money?
I was pleading with her, and then I'll use some of my money.
This is certainly not going to JC, you know. How come JC boy need so much money?
I say just for fun only, like just trying out.
Not bad
or something.
At least you got learn a few persuasion tactics to get your mother to support. Okay, then.
And then, bro, at this time, it was going well at first. Like we did co-email, we were booking like 4 to 6 calls a day or some shit at that point in time. And then at this same time, I found this dude that I don't know why he was so open to helping me. I think it was more like a long-term outreach. He wanted to eventually take me in as a client and was nurturing me to the point whereby I could be his client. But the advice that he gave me was, no matter what, just keep scaling. Just keep scaling. You know what happens when you don't have good fulfillment, you keep scaling. Right? So what ended up happening was that my fulfillment wasn't in place. I tried to outsource that to someone. Like,
no, arbitrage it. Like 1K, pay 200 somewhere else.
That was a fucking mistake, man. Like I could do it myself and I could do it well. But the minute I outsourced it to someone who I thought was better than me, because you know, when they sent me their portfolio, it all looked like fucking good, right? Like, work for 8 to 9 figure companies, and then this is for Ford, whatever. And at that time I thought like they were the ones that were the experts, so I shouldn't bother them. So I let them do all the fulfillment, then generate good results. At the same time, because Charlie Morgan taught like, you know, you need to have this insane guarantee. So I ended up having quite a few refunds. And like slowly but surely, I didn't even know because I wasn't checking my finances. I got into fucking like $50,000, both of that. And this was with my mom's money as well. And so,
how the fuck did you get 50K or them?
Bro, I don't fucking know, man. Because I was paying my copywriter 5K a month. I was trying to do this new outreach strategy as well that had like AI, try to find leads and whatever. And then you would like, it's kind of like ads in a sense. And you have to pay it for like every, I don't know how many number of leads.
No.
And so,
bro, you can't explain it well. There's something called a payment technique. It says like, if you can't explain it well, probably it's a scam, bro. Oh no. Okay, how much do you sink in there?
a lot, bro.
Oh shit. I think you run ads will be better, bro. bro, you just use YouTube and Facebook and you'll be okay. Right? This one sounds damn scammy, bro. I listen to it, I'm like, ding, 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 ding.
And then my mom at the same time, I feel like because she was seeing her expenses come in, I always told her that, you know, we'll make this back, don't worry. So I had no idea why she believed in me then. But
there must be a sense of guilt. You don't like spending your, hey bro, you own self debt, 500. Then you take your mother debt, not good. Then they believe in you, then now you got suffer. It's not a good feeling. People orientation, go and get to no girls. You fucking go doing this shit. Trying to scale the business. You know, right? I mean, the first 3 months is fucking orientation. People are trying to get a girlfriend. And, and then, you know, I mean, shit, we have been there before, you know, because you go to this school that we were not named. You know, it's mostly dudes. Then afterwards, you know, the first time ever you get a bunch of cute girls coming in. So people join CCAs, try to get themselves a girlfriend. And meanwhile, you're going to all these orientation things and thinking about like, am I scaling? What did Charlie Morgan say? We do LinkedIn outreach.
In May, that was when I joined Charlie Morgan stuff. Right, and then I think it got really bad in like October, November, December.
Okay.
J1, right? And so I remember after the immersion trip because
the school.
Because the school.
So we need to cut a bit. Okay, immersion. Not bad, still immersion. What the immersion?
Immersion, because BSP. So that's like the trade-off of China studies in Chinese.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Yeah, China, we went to China for like 3 weeks. That's true with your friends.
Do you feel, by the way, before you continue the story, do you feel that you have sacrificed a fair amount of social life for this?
A lot. I sacrifice everything, I think, and that's kind of a question I want to ask like later as well.
No problem, bro.
Bro, I have a lot of questions, bro.
No worries. I'm here to help you. So yeah.
So I sacrificed like a lot of old friends, definitely. Sacrifice gaming, sacrifice dating, sacrifice like sleeping late on the weekends. But
you sleep early, you don't sleep.
I used to sleep late. I liked like sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it would be good.
But I don't actually think of many young fellas who sleep at like 8 p.m. Because these are almost monk-like. Yeah. Somehow small. It sounds like a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And also like quite in the prime areas. I mean, you know, if you wanted to kind of enjoy and party, you know, you're not gonna do it at 40. Like, all 40 want to party with you as well. All your friends all married and shit, bro. You're like, oh, sorry, cannot go out. You know, so I mean, there is, if you wanted to go out and have fun, and you have friends that want to have fun with you, there is a time limit also. You know, when you're between, like, let's say 16 to 24, you actually have people who want to have fun with you. After 24, you might want to go and party. Everyone's like, sorry, busy, married, kids. Then the older you get, like you're 50 now, you want to party, your friend some might be dead. Some cannot party already. Some got so many commitments also. So there is a window also for doing some of these things, and you know, and you are in that window also. I'm not saying don't do it, right? Or I go from dropping out of school to advocating him to party, but it is a sacrifice. Do you feel that? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, definitely. And I wanted to ask, right, how do you feel about like the tension between like the duty of building this business up and also while also trying to enjoy the entire process as you build it up?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to answer that question, but you take us to where you are now. Because you stop at 50K debt, then I'm very worried.
Okay.
Where does the story continue?
Yeah. So I got on a call with KJ Rainey again in like December after I came back from the holidays. It was only after I came back from the holidays I knew that it was that bad. At that point in time, I didn't like do any financing at all, which was a fucking mistake. I wasn't looking at the numbers at all, right? And then my mom calculated everything for me, and it was like
50K USD or something?
SGD.
Okay, yeah.
So holy shit,
that sounds good.
It's 50K, bro. And then like we panicked lah. I started to shut it all down lah. So I got rid of the current clients. I like got rid of all the hires. It was very painful. And then I reverted back to
Why
copywriting.
Why you get rid of the clients?
I didn't know what to do at that point in time. I was very...
Were you able to fulfill on your own?
Yeah.
Then why you find them?
Because they weren't good clients necessarily.
So the whole thing sucked from the start.
From
the start.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Oh no. Yeah, because I mean, fire everybody, but the clients were good. You keep them for yourself, then you can fulfill without the cost.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, carry on then. Where are you at now?
So in January, I remember I restarted everything again.
And when do you decide to do like social media and potentially get yourself into trouble with your school and do all this kind of thing? Juggling a lot of things as a young man.
Anything though.
Scaling, hiring, trying new platform, pissing the school off. How you start social media? Or why also? That's another question.
When did I post my first?
Because it does seem like if you're following Charlie and many of these people, you're following and potentially doing a lot of US-based or outside of Singapore-based outreach, which means having to, create social media to piss off your school might not be very high agenda, not they will really entirely help like business. But then you decided to do it at some point in time or so, which led to us, being able to meet you or so. But so at one point in time, did you decide to do it? And why also?
So my come up back to 10K was actually pretty fast because I already had the skills in place. So as a copywriter in January, I made like 3K, like after removing everyone. And in February, I went back to 10K already. And then March, I was also doing 10K as a copywriter.
Just on your own now?
Yeah, just on my own now with like no expenses at all. And then...
Looks like you learned an interesting lesson.
Yeah.
Keep costs down.
Then March to April was when...
Also pick who you listen to.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely, but...
Yeah, pick who you listen to. They're very important.
It's so important.
Keep costs down, bro. Keep costs simple, bro. Cheaper. Okay, so where are we at now? So I mean, if you're making all of these, you got to keep some for your own, but you got to pay your mom back lah. I mean,
yeah, I want to pay it back someday.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, definitely one lump sum.
You're refinancing, bro. Or your mother 50, bro.
Definitely gonna pay her back a lot more.
Yeah.
100, 150, 200.
Yeah. So where are you at now?
So right now I'm at. The goal is to hit 100K a month.
Okay.
Right. I have a business partner. So that brings in a
local guy or
US. So he does like back end sales management, operations. I do all the front end.
Who does the sales call? You do the sales call?
Sales, both of us. Like to acquire clients.
On one call, you got two guys?
No. Just like both of us can do because we do outreach and all of that. Yeah. So that's kind of the structure right now. I handle
what clients do you get now as of now, like to pay you the 10K?
So right now we run a bit of a different model. It's not just like, copyright, all of that. It's like you become a partner. So you take commissions like from anywhere between 10 to 30%. right? Maybe an upfront fee as well.
Oh, you get
maybe
upfront fee. Yeah.
sometimes.
I think you should.
If they have a lot of potential,
You should.
I should.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. You advise later. Okay. How old is your brother?
20.
Yeah, and you met him via
one client that we worked together for. So he brought me on as a copywriter. And I was like, bro, we vibe very well.
He brought you on as a copywriter.
Yeah.
He brought you, but he's a copywriter.
No, he at that point, he was a growth partner. He was a growth operator already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was managing everything. He needed to hire someone.
Have you been to the States before?
Nah.
Okay, I think.
I want to go though, but
Yeah,
right now, kind of bad.
make enough money. You can go and see your partner or have him come over here.
Yeah, I haven't come over here once we hit 100.
Don't they hit 100 to come over here, lah, bro? 20.
But we thought ourselves when we hit 100.
Bro, you should get my your ASAP so you all have synergy. Okay, but then I should just ask questions. Then no, bro. 100 might take a while, bro. Then it's like, no, bro.
I feel like I should be the one asking questions, bro.
So, are you are you happy now? Are you? Oh, but you haven't answered my question, which is the part about the school one. Like, why you start doing social media? And then,
I feel like deep down I always had the desire to get attention from people. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing such unconventional things. And so in March or April, I thought that, it's time to start building a personal brand.
really? Why? You do this shit for a while. You never thought of it, but suddenly you thought of it. Why?
I always thought social media was kind of gay. Like, grown men talking to camera.
I mean, but if
all of that shit.
But if the grown man never talk to camera, you would never watch Iman shit or
Yeah, that's true. But I was like documenting all this cute little shit. I thought it was kind of gay at first.
Okay.
But then I was like, I feel like it was a good channel to get clients. Like people were talking a lot about personal brand of that. And then there was also a trust recession right now, right? Yeah.
Who you follow for personal brand stuff?
Mino Lee.
Mino Lee.
Mino Lee.
Yeah, Mino Lee. Not MP4, that's his handle. Yeah.
Next, I think has like a good Instagram as well. And then Su Go.
Su is a good guy. Su is a good guy. Anyone else? But you thought about it one day, you're like, okay, it is now time. So you set up the camera and start being a little bit gay. His words are, I never say it's gay.
My first reel popped off. I think that's how he reached out to me.
I think this. I mean, I have a young.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I have a young team, and and then I don't use social media that much, and don't take it the wrong way. Like I usually consume social media for people below 30, below like 20 something. Like no offense, I mean, there's only so much feed also, right? So I usually just watch MMA and I watch a few business content, but I try to use as little as possible. Not as much also because I have my own theories I can share with you later. So it wasn't like I was just scrolling a whole bunch, but the young team forwarded. I was like, oh, look at this fella from the same school as me. Wanting to do this shit. I was like, I felt a kindred spirit. I was like, this guy is nuts. Like last time I didn't go and shoot video and trash my school. So what the fuck? So I was like, let's be this fucking guy. How has it been so far? Before you ask your questions also, how has it been so far building a personal brand? So we know your story of building the business, but building a personal brand, which inevitably you mentioned your school also, then got yourself in the trouble. Like how has that last 1-2 months been? Say it's challenging, problematic?
It changes how people treat you.
So last time you do all this shit, like no one knows, then no.
I didn't tell anyone, and I thought it was better to keep it private as well. Yeah, but right now it's like wherever I
your
go,
classmates know? No. They know.
Now all of them. The camp teacher always walks by my table and say, didn't see you on Instagram. I can't even see you in school because I skipped school. Maybe cut that out. But
it's fine. It's fine. And not like the teacher also don't know. Okay, then
so everyone knows right now, that even fucking people that like want pictures with me in school itself. But I think
is it how your dating life? But I don't think the girls can kind of date you.
No, I want to talk about that later also.
Oh, you want to ask me or you want to talk about it?
I want to ask you. I want to ask you.
No, but how's your dating life? I want to ask you first. Like, do you get more attention?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, a lot more attention. But
never convert to
yeah. No conversion because
no conversion.
I'm not sure as well, but I feel like I have a lot of beliefs surrounding dating.
Okay, later we can talk about it. No problem. Has it gotten in trouble with the school?
Yeah. So anything with the school uniform.
So they call you in one day, be like, hey man, young fella,
I do this.
What the fuck is this shit that you're posting? Then what you say?
I try and like rebel a bit, like how does it affect all of that stuff? And I try to add because the first reel went viral, right? I think it also got me way too attached to the views at first. Because I was finally fulfilling like a core drive that I always wanted, right? Which was...
Did you know the reel was going to get...
No. I didn't know. It popped off way more than I thought. I was like, bro, if I get 10K...
What was your text hook, or what was your caption, or what was inside the video? What let everyone know, just in case.
Is it possible for a 17-year-old kid to hit 100K a month so that he can drop out of
Fill in the blank.
high school or something? I was wearing the shirt.
Oh my god.
That was the hook as well.
Okay, I can see why they might not like it. Was this by design?
Yeah.
Oh, so you them? Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, this is. If there was a lawyer, we can help you also. We cannot leave ignorance. Okay, very good. And how did the reel do?
Bro, it got like 288K views, bro.
In like a short amount of time.
Bro, yeah, very short time. And I had no followers.
What comments were there? What DMs were there?
The comments were like, 加油, he's a goat, you can do this. They're all very supportive.
DMs are also pretty supportive.
Yeah, and there's like a couple, obviously there's a couple, what kind of VR world you live in, and all that shit. It's not
But then the school saw it also, and then the school were like, yeah, something.
Yeah, at first it was fine. But I started to post more content with the school shirt itself.
Yeah, and that's when they
that's when they wanted me to bring down everything.
Yeah, I can see also. Well, that's it. You let me know your teachers are watching your shit.
Yeah.
Not bad. You have succeeded in building a brand.
Yeah.
Because the greatest challenge towards a brand is that no awareness, so no one knows you exist. You have done that pretty well. You're getting fucking taking pictures in the canteen during recess. So that is pretty okay. How are your grades now? Like, is it?
Oh, they're fucking terrible, bro.
All right.
So, bro, in J1, right, I was trying to do both at the same time. And then my mentor was completely fucked as well in J1, especially like close to EOY period. I remember, J1 was fine.
Yeah.
My J1 was fine. Like, I got all Bs, except CC I got D.
Okay.
I studied like 10 hours for one subject.
Okay.
Without EOY.
Yeah.
All at once. And then, after that, I didn't know shit, right? And I crammed everything, right? So my memory of the topics were very, very, very shit. My understanding was very shit. And so in J2 right now, I think for the entire first part of J2, I didn't listen in class at all. I was just working on the business. Because I thought initially I was going to drop out, right? So I would skip school a lot. Don't know whether I can add that, but whatever.
It's fine.
I'll just add that. Yeah, I would skip school. I would like do work for my teachers, go in class, all of that. I would always be edged on my seat because I'm very scared the teacher call me. Then I don't know anything. But then lucky got my friend beside me. He always helped me with the...
So you do work, as in like
as a teacher teaching, I'll just do work.
You all can open computer now.
Yeah, I can. But some teachers, they mind. They know you're doing other stuff. And then they'll call you out, some of them. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, wow.
Yeah. And right now, all my grades are like, if you put me through a test, it's confirmed I'm graded one. Because I don't know shit. It's all ungraded, except probably GP, because that one don't really need.
Yeah, don't really, like before you can ask me a bunch of things so we can help you. What's the plan now? This is May. You'll probably have your A's in about October, November, somewhere there. So you have about 5 months.
Yeah.
Counting a June break, so about 4-5 months more. What's the game plan?
The game plan right now is that within 5 or 6 months, must definitely hit 100K a month.
I'm trying to get a game plan for school, bro.
For school? Oh.
I knew he was going to give me that fucking answer. I knew it. I knew he was going to tell me some business answer. That's why I said the A-levels were in October with the hope that you will give me a school-related. So what's the school game plan? You can also say there's none, so that's fine.
School game plan is... No, I mapped out like my entire study plan like last week. Mainly like right now to the end of June, it's going to be business focused because I need to put systems inside the business because we can fulfill right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like we can scale someone up to 100K plus months. But in terms of studying, right, I'll start like probably after June or somewhere in the middle of June. And I think I think can.
If you're consistent about it, if you still Hamza it and wake up at 3:30, I think it's possible, bro.
Yeah, I also think it's possible.
But I just get this sense, I mean, I just have a lot of interesting ability. I just get this sense that you have a massive amount of knowledge gap now. I think you have not been really focused in class also. So in class, you're also not really like letting your subconscious listen.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to keep
so I think
there's a massive knowledge gap.
Yeah, my entire sense is and for everyone watching, I remember I want you to do well. So I mean, your last thing is the AC. Then from A-level you can drop out and just be Melvin. So afterwards also, this one I also don't. Never mind. I just drop out like fuck it. You drop out already. Don't hate on me. Don't hate in the comments. You hate also fine. Doesn't matter. I just think my sense is you have some knowledge gaps. I think because it's easy to do well if you understand. But my whole sense is your mental focus has not even been there also.
Yeah.
So you might not even like super understand a lot of things. So if you don't understand, you for sure cannot do exam.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think maybe you should find some way of like a speed understanding, either use your speed reading or get those summary and you get the concept like, oh, this is what it fucking means as well. Then once you get that, then towards the exams, then you can fill in with other supplementary skills, know how to answer, etc. I think you should be fine. Smart guy. I mean, I was doing really poorly in JC for a lot of prelims and stuff. But at least I was like, because last time I also don't have distraction, cannot do work also. I never also watched Iman Gadzi or Hamza videos, so I was listening. All I could think about was girls and soccer. And I just didn't find it interesting. But at least I was there. So I like kind of get it. You kind of understand.
Yeah. So out passively.
Yeah, so like I wasn't entirely lost. But if you're there doing some other shit, you are gone, bro. You like must not even be there also. Yeah.
So I feel like something I was able to do that was really, really helpful, and like the year ahead actually helped me out with this, was like doing a reframe on school. Like repositioning school as something that could help out with business.
I would challenge that also. I think it's something that I don't know. Do you want to go to uni?
Initially, no. But right now, I feel like
Local, overseas?
overseas, Ivy League for sure. Oh no, there's no point.
There is a potentiality.
Like, it's just, it feels like at every stage of my life, there's a fucking force trying to beat me down, And
Wow. Sound like a black man in America, but it's the system trying to get me. Okay, yeah.
And I feel like I feel like I'm doing this out of spite and frustration as well. Like, if you want to fuck me up, then I'm just going to win at everything.
Yeah. I think we can transition towards you asking me some questions. And Melvin may help you clarify because if you, and I'm not even going to want you to ask me business stuff first. I want to ask about, you can ask about dating, your personal, because if that's not clear, then it's going to affect everything also. Because you have come to a realization also that your personal life affects your business. Have you realized it? You're like,
Yeah.
If you cannot even decide whether I want to stay on, not stay on, drop out, not drop out, go to uni, not go to uni, it affects your focus also.
It affects everything.
Because if you're going to drop out, then you can just say confidently, fuck it. But if you want to do well, because you want to go to uni, then I would not go fuck it. I would like, actually think about it, or else references matter and grades matter, right? So then the overall plan is really important. So when I speak to my young team, I always ask them, what is the plan? Not how do we hit 100K month first? Because it is possible to get to a goal, achieve a goal, then realize this goal fucks my eventual plan up. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
If you continue, let's say you want to go to an Ivy League school, right? So I guess we are now in the stage where I just probably give you a bit of advice, or you can ask me questions also. If you go to an Ivy League school, we work backwards, right? Naval Ravikant talks about the greatest definition of success, right, is the ability to get everything you want. Right? So not making your mother happy. Because making your mother happy means you get everything she wants. Make your father happy, get everything he wants. Make society happy, which means hit a societal benchmark, whatever society means. But that also is a problem because there's no set agreed set of things that we all, there's no concept of society. Because why? She's a member of society, but maybe what she wants is not what he wants. So society cannot agree that there's a bunch of things. Because a broke person is from society, a rich person is from society, expats also from society, you understand? So there is no list where you can go to a, let's say, government website and say, these are societal benchmarks. You can kind of see. Okay. There is, so depending on which strata or society you go to, they all want different things, right? So there's not even a general concept called society also. That's very important.
Okay.
So that is critical. So when you do what your parents want, okay, they might be clear, but you get already, later you're not happy, how? Then later you suffer, but they're happy, but then you are not happy. Then the next one is, I want what society wants. But what does that mean? Because later on, different spectrums of society are different. Then the next one is when you go to other countries also, because I travel a lot also. In other countries, their society want different things. So now there's also no common agreement also, right? People talk about fancy watches, cars, etc., babes, etc. But you go to different places, then the benchmark is different. You can't understand. So that's also a confusing thing also. So, but you need to understand what your venture goal is. So what Naval says is that the greatest definition of success is getting what you want. So then you must first define what do you want, right? So if that is not clear, right? You want to go to school or don't want to go to school. If you want to go to school, then you backwards engineer. You're gonna have to do decently well in school now. Pray, cross your fingers that you get some positive references also, because Ivy League is always you need that. Then the next one is also three things, right? You got to get good grades, you got to get good references, and you got to pay your mother back also, or get a fucking scholarship also. I might not advise you to get a scholarship knowing your rebellious tendencies also, but if you get the scholarship and then you say a bunch of shit, Then the government going to be like, motherfucker, pay my $500 million back. Then now you're in the deeper debt also. You understand that? So then the only way to get there is via the business. Now you have your work cut out also, because like right after this is NS. Then you might have to decide what you want to do with NS to be able to, self-churn the money. Because the only 3 ways to get money to go there, right? You make it, parents give you, government give you. Well, let's rule the government one out. You have a tendency to say a bunch of shit. So later, you might get yourself into problems. Then it's either parents give you, or else you finance yourself. I would advise to finance yourself if you have so many things to say that you want to say. Then it's like, if you have already taken half of 1K from your mom, the Ivy League is going to cost at least 300, 400, 500K.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see now. So if you want to go there, but then again, let's ask also why you want to go there. Like, is it going to really give you the things you want? Also, because there's nothing worse than working really hard, go there and be like, man, fuck this. Why am I here? Oh my God. It's like, then we are back again. You kind of realize what I'm saying?
But don't the thing you want, don't the things you want always change? Like, how do you know exactly this is the main...
I think you want to ask yourself the real question, which is, what do you really want to get out of Ivy League? Like, why do you want to go there? Is it for the name's sake? Because you strike me as a person who wants to do your own business, but now want to go to uni? Is it for opportunities that you might be able to get it via other ways? Right? You suddenly found your business partner without having even been to the States at all. So why do you want to be there?
Let's just start with like the main, like the ultimate goal that I have.
Which is?
I really feel like I want to do something that, like what Tony Robbins is doing.
Okay.
I think there's always been a dream of
Tony never go uni.
yeah. That's what I was wondering, like, is this the best path necessarily? Because what Tony does is he inspires a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, especially like, I don't know whether I don't think he targets like young people, but definitely he inspires a lot of people. He saves a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
He coaches a lot of people. He owns a portfolio of businesses as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's really the... But at the same time,
but why you go to uni for that? But what's the purpose?
No, that's like my ultimate goal. But
yeah. But how does uni tie into your ultimate?
Brand name, that's one thing.
Okay.
And just connections and recruitment of people. That's like the only two things that I think make uni justifiable.
But you need to go to an Ivy League school to do that? It's a lot of money.
So. I'll only go if like it's covered.
Then like that, if it's covered, then only got two options, father, mother, or government. Government, you go there already, you must come back and pay with your years of your life. Nothing free, bro. Father, mother, you got to pay them back. I mean, depending, Otherwise, you can go and make your own money and go.
I have this guy that is also from my school. He helps like people get into like Ivy League schools.
Yeah, I know. I've helped some of these folks before.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I've helped. I mean, they literally have a program to help people go into Ivy League schools, to ace the exams, etc. But, I don't have an entire advice for you, right? I don't always like to provide people with personal advice because I think people should, reach their own choices by themselves and own their choices, right? But at the end of the day, I would just tell you to really clarify and really think, like, those questions or those things you mentioned are important about going to school, to know people, to recruit people, etc. I don't know if you need to go there to do it. If you have a great reason to be there, to learn and therefore, etc., then cool. But, if you want to just know people, like you could do it via a mastermind, you could do a lot of things also via a mastermind, fly there and stay there for 4 years just to know some people. That's it. I'm not saying you won't, but it's like, if that's a primary objective, do we really need to do all of these things? You can understand. It's like, if I want to shoot a podcast, do I need to buy a building? Maybe not. I can just rent a podcast studio. You can understand what I'm saying, right? It just seems very exciting. I'm really saving up to buy a building. Why? But I want to shoot a podcast. I say, that's it. You can rent a studio, like $80 an hour, that's it. Yeah, so I'll just think about that. If you have more reasons, remember, for everyone watching, I'm not saying you shouldn't go. But you just think, then you weigh and go, okay, if I want to do these things, is this 4 or 5 years, very expensive, hundreds of thousands of dollars, adapting to a new country or staying there, or if cost benefit analysis, you go and weigh it out. If you find enough reasons to go, then do it. If your reasons are like this, but then the commitment is like this, then I would just say sounds a bit silly to do that. You build personal brand, you can get to know people and recruit people. That's literally what we help financial advisors and people do. And they are in Singapore and they're able to recruit people around the place. So just something to think about. right? In between doing a bunch of things. Okay, young man has a bunch of questions. Let's go. What do you want to ask me? Right, and then we can help you also.
Okay,
Hit your
cool.
100K man and etc.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, but let's start. I'm quite sure you know your questions. Let's start with first and foremost your bigger picture questions, and then we micro it down to, let's say, business.
Bigger picture
You
questions.
can ask me about dating, personal relationships.
Okay, let's just start very broad. So after like everything that I just told you, right? What do you know now that you wish someone had told you when you were sitting in this chair when you were like 18 years old?
Okay, I would say a few things. I say the first thing I would recognize is, and you have realized the same thing also, but you have realized, you have experienced it, but nobody has put a label. So today is almost like, you know, you don't even think of me as an older brother or like as a mentor. I'm always like using it. Just think of me as an older version of yourself. Right?
Okay.
If you blink 2 times, I usually wear this outfit also. But today I wear white just for you. Colony dropout, just for you. So you just think about it. And I just want you to realize there's a huge difference between what you see online and what you hear as people propagating their results versus doing it yourself. Online, there is no government check and fact checking. So people just say whatever, right? They can say they are a billionaire, multi-millions, everything is easy, but they usually say it because they want to sell you something. Kind of get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you actually do it, it's harder than it seems. Yeah, and that's where it really is also. Anyone can come online and mention a bunch of figures and people talk about revenue, right? But even if you have a 10K month, 20K month or so, you start to realize that 10K, 20K, you need to split it with people, you need to pay for costs, you need to pay for different things. At the end of which, right, the amount that is actually remaining is not as much as displaying all of these results.
Okay.
So that's when I would say that you know, building core skills, being a bit more patient, not rushing towards an ultimate outcome is very important. Because you have also learned a lesson, bro. You have learned a bunch of lessons already. You've learned a bunch of lessons, and the reason you wanted to go so fast is because you watched the videos and it created an unfair expectation of what success and non-success was. But the greatest way to get injured lifting weights, right, is to rush the weight too fast without your ligaments and muscles getting strong enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't kind of make sense, right? Because but then you probably want to rush because you either want to impress some chick or you want to hit some record that you see some YouTube video say also, oh, you was able to lift this in a short amount of time. Then you start having the unfair expectation on yourself also, and you start like pushing yourself. And now, not only do you not hit it, you get injured and you're set back by 8, 9, 10 months as you tear your bicep, tear your quads, tear your ACL. And then now you not only never hit it, bro, you are fucking way worse also, which you have experienced also, which is instead of like not making money, you now owe money, 50K, bro. So you can see it. So I would always say, right, be very careful what you listen to also. In the pursuit, in the rush of doing things and we don't do it correctly because we see someone promise a bunch of nonsense, then we over-accelerate, over-commit, then you actually like, you're worse off. Because actually broke is 0. But minus 50 is worse than 0. You think about it, correct? Right? So, but why were you in that position? You're in that position because you had an unfair expectation and then you decide to skill, right? And why do they sell you this also? They sell this because it's the best way to sell you shit. Right?
Yeah.
But you start to realize also, hey, wait a minute, if I'm a bit more grounded, which is somewhat step into it, and I am able to get clients, fulfill well, not cook up a whole bunch of costs, actually I got money to keep. You kind of realize like you are at that stage now. Yeah. But before you were not, I need to accelerate, scale, and then guess what? You got into debt. So you're starting to realize some of these lessons also, which means there's a bunch of fantasy, but actually a more grounded approach is better. Just get, fulfill, keep costs low, actually you got money to keep. Somewhat on the realizations, I'm just putting a label there and be like, hey, this is what you thought was cool. Okay. Then guess what? It didn't work out so well. And now you're actually like, wait, I actually have, like, this can work. So do it in a more like, here at, where we teach clients, we call it peaceful and profitable because people come in with a lot of fantasies also. And their propagated fantasies, it's like porn. Porn is a problem not because there's a problem with sex. Sex is a natural thing. You and I are both created by 2 people having sex, correct? But porn creates an unfair fantasy realization. They're called porn actors, acting, actress, so it's not real. The problem with consuming too much of that is you start to confuse the acting for reality. That's the problem. Because if I know if he's having a lot of sex, but the problem is, if you confuse fantasy with reality, that is when you set yourself up also. And I can tell a lot of people because we work with a lot of influencers, and a lot of times the things that they create, it's not real. It's exaggerated, it's fake.
Okay.
Yeah, and we know because we help them. And behind the scenes, right, they just see just about anything and, there's a lot of accountability and responsibility there. Because they can come up and they inflate numbers and do a bunch of things also. So, but if you start watching and then set your expectation that has to be the key, or else you're a piece of shit and you suck, etc., then you disrupt something that might be going well. You overstep the gas, then the car spins out of control. Then you're worse off than you start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you become more patient and grounded, like what you mentioned.
Then you watch yourself become not patient, then you realize that shit that's not good, right? But now you started to learn, right?
So you only learn it the hard way.
Well, that's why mistakes are not a bad thing. Because you have learned a lesson. You learn a lesson about not overscaling, right? You learn a lesson that fulfillment is important, right? Yeah. So you learn that, hey, actually, I build it slow and steady. It might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
It is possible to make $1 million and be broke. You know how? Spend more than $1 million.
Yeah.
The thing about money is easy to spend. So if you have a 10 mil month, but spend 11, bro, trust me, this is worse than the guy unemployed, bro. There'll be bad business decisions that cost you money that you wish you don't make money, you unemployed, you still better. You know why? Because unemployed just means you're zero.
Yeah.
And you owe money worse, bro. Now people can't find you, bro. Yeah. So
And you mentioned like core skills as well. In order for me to, let's say, build a company that does $1 million a month, right? What do you think are the core skills, traits, and habits that I need to have as a person?
I think it's really a lot. I think my advice for you is set aside the $1 million a month goal first, right? Because in the pursuit of just numbers, right, you might sacrifice the building of core skills. And it's possible to accelerate numbers, and it goes back to my first thing. So in the chasing of numbers, but in the skill is not solid, everything falls apart. Yeah. And I have seen that happen time and time again for young people in the internet marketing space. And usually when they fall apart, right, then you don't see them again as well. Because it's catastrophic, but then they're gone. Right? So core skills is the realization that, I hope that you want to do this for a long time. I've done this for 19 years. And you only can do something for 19 years if two things are solid. Number one is your reputation, which means you build a reputation for being a person that can deliver. Your reputation cannot, there's a problem with a lot of young folks also. Because the moment you build a reputation as a scammer, as a person that's dodgy, it's very hard to get away from that also.
You're cooked.
Yeah, you are cooked also, because people have long memories and the internet never forgets. And sometimes you can blow your reputation at 19, at 20. Then that's it already, bro. Then I know how you go play. It's like play soccer, then you get a red card in like the 5th minute. Then it's like, okay, then you're done, bro. Yeah. And why would they do that? Because then they overpromise, underdeliver, scam people. Then don't you play already, bro. Then your game is done. Yeah. And you said business is a fun game, but if you do that, our Singaporean friends, it's possible to get jail. Malone Lam steal crypto money. The guy in the US jail now. I don't. If you read about it, we have a Singaporean guy who went to do a crypto scam. Then now he stole about 400-500 million in Bitcoin. Who proceeded on to blow a good amount of it in Miami clubs and buying cute girls' handbags and buying lots of cars. And of course he was arrested because he's an idiot. And now he's in jail. So it's possible to very fast also, right?
Reputation.
So be careful about the reputation also. And you have suffered a little bit of that already. At least they just refund. They didn't get right long posts. Ethan is a piece of shit like they didn't. Because then that will be hard to remove. Then the next one is also core skills. Core skills means under pressure, no matter where you are, you're able to do it. I can do a webinar because I know I've done tons of webinars. I can do a podcast. I have done tons of podcasts. I can go on a high-ticket sales call because I've sold more than $15 million worth of stuff. I can write copy, even no AI, I can write it also because I've written it before. I have a hope I can coach people. I can do masterminds. I can be in front of crowds. I can do all of these things with minimal to zero preparation. Of course, preparation better because I've done it a lot before. So I have a lot of core skills. And I've done it in Dubai, I've done it in Taiwan, I've done it in Thailand, I've done it in Vietnam, I've done it in the States, I've done it everywhere, bro. I can do it under pressure.
So what are these skills, like specifically?
So it's not so much what skills I have, because I have a whole bunch of the team can go and tell you, like, they'll witness me do it all around. Like literally this, I got nothing, bro. You got iPad, I got nothing, bro. Right? But at the same time, let's talk about you also. So for my hearing, I think sales tools is always one that you want to have. No matter what goes wrong, right? And you have experience of business can go wrong, you got yourself in the debt. No matter what goes wrong, first core skill, right, is the ability to close. Right? So make sure you hone that well. Because no matter, maybe this partnership don't work out, business don't work out, never mind, it can be a closer. You work in Singapore, you work other country, you jump on, you can close, you fucking do financial advisory also can make money, bro. You say, don't do this job. One of my clients, Kevin, go do 3-4 million a year. Has a driver in Singapore. Not bad, right?
Not bad.
3-4 mil, you're not making 3-4 million a month. He's like 32. Okay, right?
Yeah.
You know, sell real estate also can. We work with a lot of millionaire realtors also. You know, that skill and they make $1 million to come. So I mean, easily their life is 800. They're not bad, right? Okay, right? So if you have the ability to sell, you know, whether you want to do high ticket closing for US coaches or coaches around, or you want to do your own whatever, so you will always be fine. Okay, now you open money, people give you money, you'll be cool. Sell your own offer, sell other people's offer. That's great also. Being able to know how to write copy, which means design scripts or write stuff also, to be able to persuade is another good skill to have also. These days, a little bit less valued because of AI, but AI is still, like, you know, in terms of tone and many other things, helping and really adjusting it so that, you know, it sounds like the person, and being able to churn out scripts also. That's really critical in this day and age. You know, that's something that old copywriters were not really valued, but now it's a lot also because we shoot reels and content, and they need scripts also. This modern day copywriting is in the area of scripts. Because people, I'm always asking them, you got script, right? Because shooting content is very important these days, and being able to shoot videos, but video needs script also, right? So having that as a core skill is excellent. The third skill also that I think is really important is actually leadership. And that's something that you might not entirely have right now, because leadership is the ability to manage people, the ability to work with people. Now, one thing that Charlie Morgan and maybe other people would never talk to you is they talk to you about systematic scaling, how to scale systems. But I tell you what, scaling is about doing things bigger. When you inevitably do things bigger, you need to lead people and lead clients. Correct, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference between, like, if you're only client, like, you only talk to her, that's cool. But now in this place, got 1,000 people. Oh, you need to know how to manage 1,000 people. Then you even need to hire people to help you manage these 1,000 people. Now, can you manage people? Can you manage 1,000 people? Now you have to be a leader. Because if you run an agency, you have to be an agency leader, a boss. That skill is understudied.
Okay.
You know, and many people don't know how to do it well. A lot of internet marketing companies fail because of a couple of reasons. Very poor leader, very bad, right? And then no one wants to work with them anymore. They all leave, steal their stuff and leave. Or else then they have very poor personal management. You know, they start making a bit of money and start boozing, drugging, whoring, and doing a bunch of shit. Then they must be really, really bad as well. You know, so being able to know how to lead, being able to know how to sell, and sometimes you sell your vision to your people also. You know, so being able to sell, being able to write copy, being able eventually, if you want to do this as an agency or come out and build a brand, then being able to speak really well in front of public, because, like, you know, workshops, webinars is one of the key things also. Right? Not just a framework also. Yeah, you can use AI and churn a Russell Brunson, Dan Henry, Iman Gadzhi, webinar framework, but at the same time being able to deliver. Very important. You know, how do you speak to people? How do you draw people in? Sure, you might have the script, right? You open your Zoom here and you have the script, but if you read off like, hello everybody, welcome to my web, then it's not going to be convincing also. Okay. You know, and then the final one is having a lot of experiences. You have a fair amount of experiences, being able to vulnerably talk about it. The best webinars and the best personal brands come from taking your story and passionately telling it. I made this mistake and here was what I learned, and therefore, etc. But if you run out of experiences, then you got nothing to talk about, bro.
Yeah.
You understand that? You know, so being able to go out there and embrace the highs and the lows, and plus it gives you material.
Yeah.
You know, you like literally the first half of this talk entirely is material about your life.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say those are the things that you can look at in terms of core skills also, right? Keep on doing what you're doing, but don't forget in the pursuit of, like, the business also, don't fuck your reputation up. Don't forget the core skills also. Then at the same time, you know, really improve on all these things beyond just marketing. You see, in the context of business, marketing is just one slice.
Yeah.
Client management is very important. How you treat your partner is very important also. Later you treat him badly, right? You're a great marketer, but you're a fucking asshole. Your team leaves. You're not good at your partner. That partner leaves also. You see, you're a bad leader. And then you're a bad person. Then everything breaks. But you're a good marketer. You know, so you come and take a look here, right? See, this is marketing, bro. So you want what slice, bro? Now we ask you, finance important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very important, bro. This one cannot earn no money, bro. Okay, being a leader is very important. Part of leadership is hiring. Oh, but I know how to run an AI ad. Well, you also need to be good at reading people. Correct? Because if you bring in lousy people, then they fuck your company up. Then you also die, right? Some people bring family members. What a dumb idea, bro. No, nah.
Yeah, Hamza does that, bro.
How you fire your mother, bro? It's stupid, right? Correct, bro. Then you hire a sister in, then you got fire her. Die already, bro. Okay, then let's say some other people. We know people that like to hire cute girls. Bro, if they are cute, I don't know if cute is the quality that you want for a person to do a certain job, right? I'm not saying all cute people are not smart. I'm also not saying cute people are smart. I'm just saying like cute should not be a factor. So you also want to hire and have a benchmark. And that's goes beyond, you need to read them also. And then you need to onboard them also, right?
Yeah.
So train them to do a good job. Now, these are all factors into leadership and then being able to have a vision and right? Then the next one is communication also. Because personal brand requires like communication, right? Being able to. And then this one also involve EQ also. Right? Then leadership also, there's direction of the company, there's fulfillment, okay, then there's personal mastery, sexual, and there's a lot of factors also. And we also have met people who have been derailed because of poor health. Really? So if you, it is possible we have had friends who have either died or I had to attend a wake this year, a young gentleman who committed suicide. Then we also have friends who have suffered, things because they never take care of their health. So all of these are interconnected, not just like, hey, I know how to do X in this particular chain. Everything's going to take care of myself. That's the biggest lie in business and marketing. But why they sell you this? Well, easier. Right? But first, tell you all of these things, then later, you don't buy it. I tell you, hey, you master this, everything will be fine. That's easier to sell. But the reality is, all of the other things matter also.
If you could summarize your experience with this into one sentence.
Leadership?
What leadership is,
Leadership is two things only. At the end of the day also, right? We have a lot of books at the back. So leadership is the ability to bring out the best in people. And leadership is the ability to raise other leaders. Two things also, right? So if you're a good leader, if your existence makes a team better. So if you're around and then the team functions poorly, then actually without you, actually the team better. I had a business partner before. Every time he was around, he was a bit egotistical, he's insane. So when he was around, then he made the team worse. So my job, right, was actually to ask him not to be around. Right? Because without him around, we all know what to do. With him around, he messes things up. He's not a good leader. He's actually a detriment to the team. The next one is also, you must be able to raise other leaders.
Okay.
To raise other leaders imply, because if you don't, and people look up to you only, then you are a cult leader. A cult leader only is cult worshipper. The worshippers are not empowered. You can't understand? And all they do is worship the leader. This is why you run a cult. And some people like it also, because they like to feel important. But that's not good also, because then nobody can function if you're not around. But if you want people all to kiss the ground that you walk on or kiss your feet, right, then you will have just walk around and all these people just worshipping you. Okay. It feeds a narcissistic need if you do, but it's not good also. I do not like that also. First of all, I'm not very narcissistic. I mean, I guess you must have some element of it, but at the end of the day, I want people to leave me alone. So I want to empower people to be able to do a job without me around. Does that kind of make sense?
Okay.
Because then you truly have skill. Yeah. If only you are around, then everyone work. Then you are not free. You understand? You show up, then people work. You don't show up, no one work. That sucks, right? Then I feel like I'm the police.
Okay.
So I got to be around with a whip, then people work. But what I want to do, and I think I've done fairly well, is I want to empower young people, new people, to be able to do their jobs and think with initiative and even pass down the training and the skills to the new people that come in without me being around also. So I'm now able to replicate and raise other leaders.
I see.
If you have that in an organization, you have a great organization.
And how exactly do you do that?
Well, it comes down to this. You must hire the right people, because some people just have traits that you don't really want. So I'm looking for initiative, independence, people that can think, right? I don't want a person that just Melvin told me to do that I do, right? I want a thinking person. So I want people to come in and be able to use their brains, etc. And the next thing I want to do, right, is I want to be able to train and empower them well also, right? So let's say we have a new videographer here. Then the first thing is I don't want her to be a robot. If she's a robot, then she only execute what I say. So I want her to understand, here's what you do. Here's how you think, right? She needs to understand that eventually she needs to run the show here. I don't have fucking employees. I don't want employees. I only have team members.
Okay.
Okay, a team member is not a robot. Employees imply robots. Employees, interns, these are all like robotic people that just wait for instructions. How many people that can come on board, think independently, know what to do, prepare beforehand, lead the show also, and then not just sit there and wait for fucking instructions.
Okay. What do you think is the worst thing you can do as a leader?
Not do everything I just said. Among many other mistakes that you can do. There are thousands of mistakes that you can do, right? But hiring the wrong people, not having a vision, being unclear. Actually, you know what? Being unclear. Poor personal mastery. Right? Poor personal mastery. Which means you can't lead, but you also know what the fuck you want. Oh, die, bro. then we got to follow your dumbass. But your dumbass is don't know also. So you're like, guys, please follow my lead. Where are we going? I have no idea. Then bro, then we all fall off a cliff already.
So having a very clear vision.
Yeah, that's what I said. The first thing you go and think about, like there are many elements to think about. Maybe even far beyond your 100K month or so. Not that you wanna not get it. Eventually you'll get it. It's great.
Yeah.
You know, but I go and think also like, why do you want to go and like what do you want to do in the next 2, 3, 4 years or so? You know, because that will dictate the direction of the company. That will dictate the people you hire. That will dictate like how you want to live your life as well. And that will dictate also like you know what kind of goals you have for the organization, right? Because like, if that's not clear, then even this 100K can end up going forward, backward, because then you know there are many things that you clearly did not think about that serves as an like impediment. So having to sort your brain out also, like you know what do you want to get as your A-level grades? That's something to think about. You care or don't care, right? So I have a young man who has been working with me for a while. I always ask him these questions as well. You know, more than like, hey, how much money are you going to make, like, etc. Okay. Because his clarity about what his next 2 or 3 years is going to be and how he wants to live that implies then, okay, so if this is a priority, here's how I can make it happen, right? Let's say he has a girlfriend, okay, he wants to do well here, okay, then my time allocation is this. I have this amount of time, okay, then what's my next priority? How do I want to achieve that? Then we work backwards also. So that means that, okay, I either agree or disagree to this particular thing. You kind of see? Then eventually, remember what I said in the vow said? The greatest intelligence is getting what you want. So he eventually gets what he wants. But if this is not clear, then he just agrees to a bunch of things or has a bunch of goals, then he goes everywhere. Then eventually he gets nothing he wants.
I see. So what questions do you think I should ask myself to really gain clarity?
Literally that, like, you know, what do you want to do in the next 3 to 4 years? Like, you really want to go in Ivy League school? Because if you do, you need to change your attitude because you're a fucking teacher, bro. You might need it. You cannot be like, man, fuck you guys. And then you're like, sorry, give me a recommendation. It's like, right? Then all of a sudden you might have to eat humble pie or you have to decide also. But if you're like, no, fuck it, I don't want to go to Ivy League, then okay, then the next question is, do you want to do well in like A-levels? Is that important to you? If it is, then okay, how am I going to allocate so I can catch up also while maintaining the business? But if don't want to go Ivy League, don't want to do A-levels, then fuck it, then who the fuck cares? You know, then just use the other 9 months to like, you know, go to school, don't go to school, get caught, no, don't get caught, just don't get expelled. Then the next one is, do you really even give a shit if they expel you also, right? If you don't answer to all these is no, then I'll just say, just go do your own thing, right? But but I don't want to be in that position to tell you what to do. You weigh the priorities up for yourself, you know. So like, what is important to you now? What grades you want to get? How you want to go next 3 or 4 years, right? You also have army coming up at some point of time. You know, how you going to navigate that also? It's going to be the same conversation I had with him, you know, because like he's implying, you know, our video guy, content guy who has been like he's going to go in the army in August, right? So those 2 years, like, what do you want to do in the army as well? You know, because then you can really derail the entire business. Or the last thing you want is to accept a bunch of clients, then go there, they run around, then they're unable to fulfill. Then now, bro, it's going to be a shit show, is it? And these are very unclear. So right now, this is right here, a big question mark. So this one not clear. Business is also very hard to build, bro. Right?
Sure.
So if you know that, okay, actually I want to, so let's say we play with a few choices. Let's say you know, okay, I'm going to go to army soon. Okay, do I want to get well or do well or not do well? If you don't do well, then fucking go and PES E this, right? Or PES E this, I don't know what, fuck, just, I mean, reality, guys. Then cool. Then okay, so my time is going to be like this. So do I care about grades? So if I don't, then or I'm going to have this amount of time. Here are the goals that I want to have. Here's what I want to do in the army also. Here's what I want to build. And then eventually, do I want to go to Ivy League? Maybe not, maybe yes. Have a whole grand scheme out also. Then you can organize everything better. You know what the greatest problem in life and business and relationships are? As a person that has gotten divorced before, it's very simple. It's unfulfilled expectations. So who has expectations from you? 2 people. You have a girlfriend? No, don't have, right?
Don't have.
Don't have. So I mean, the least of all is, I mean, this one you can also include 2 or 3 people. So the clearer you are on this, you can set up expectation number 1 with your parents. Well, trust me, they also got expectation. Now this might not be a fun conversation. When you tell them, okay, mom and dad, I have decided, here's what I want to do. Then you tell them also. So remember, you're happy, not happy, this is my game plan. But at least you told them. Number 2, right, is you need to tell a partner. Because if you don't, then eventually he has an expectation that you'll go like this. He doesn't know you're juggling with so many different commitments. Right? He thought you'll go like this, but later, you know, maybe you're on school, you're this, you're on this, you start not fulfilling your expectations. Guess what happened? This partnership gone. Then number 3, guess who needs to hear about the expectations? Clients. Right? Because clients also expect, hey, he's going to be nice and reliable. But then later on, oh, sorry guys, I didn't want to change this, and now they're like, what the fuck, motherfucker, I pay you. Then you got so many things in your life now, like,
Okay.
Then now they get pissed also. You can't understand. So actually, right, this is the most important. You need to understand where you want to be. Then you can tell everybody, okay, guys, here's what the game plan is for the next 4-5 years. I will do this and I will do this. And here's the amount of time. And because you communicate it and then you rearrange the business so it gets you what you want, everyone knows, okay, solid.
I see.
So you see, nothing to do with this. You can't understand? Sort this one out first. Otherwise later, no partner, bro, then die. No client, then die. Then we back to fucking square one where you gotta fire everybody and we start from zero. Fun not fun, bro.
Okay.
You know, sometimes the answer is just to sit somewhere and really just think about what you want to do and own those choices. Because it's a messy time where you are now, right? 18 to 24. This is where most young entrepreneurs will live, spend, build, and die. You know why? Because not clear. Start something, drop something. Begin something, never commit. Remember? Sign contract for 3 days, then they quit. This is the period also. I have been there also. Where you want to do so many things. The world, there's so many possibilities. Where you have to locate in time for being able to have so many avenues. You could party, you could drop out, you could start a business, you could. But choose what? Correct, right? Now the problem is each choice, right, in life is a sacrifice. Why is it a sacrifice? A lot of people don't like this word, but it's a factual word. You know why? Tonight you got 10 choice. But every time you pick one, you got sacrifice 9. Correct, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you say, fuck it, I pick none. Bro, then you sacrifice all 10. Correct, right? You say, I don't want to stay home. So you see, no matter what you do, right, you are always sacrificing potential choices. True, right?
True.
So you must be able to, you know what the number one skill here is? Right? Number one skill here is DM. And it's not direct message, It's decision making, bro. Because if you pick the right choices, then good things can happen. But if tonight there are 10 choices and you pick the wrong choice, then bad things will happen. I would say bad things, but you miss out on potential good things.
So what are the questions you ask yourself when you're making big decisions?
Only one thing, like clarity. Like what's your end vision also, right? You mentioned about Tony Robbins and this kind of thing. I would really take time also, right? I almost feel the pursuit of the 100K goal is going to be an impediment to clarity. And I'm not saying you don't chase a goal. It can be done, right? I'm proud of you for going there, making it happen. You know, I respect the audacity to do this. But I almost say sometimes you got to slow down. So if this is gun training 101, I know you want to fucking John Wick and bam, but if you don't do it correctly, then you shoot yourself, then we don't need to train already. So let's learn basic gun handling. Here's what a gun is. Here's how to strip a gun. Here's how to have a gun safety. Don't point like this when you shoot people. Point down. You can't see, I don't want to do the safety training. Well, then you will die, bro. Right? Because if we don't do the basic safety training, then we cannot do fast, quick, adventurous, exciting things. You understand? So let's learn basic shit first. Once you master that, then we can do a lot of exciting things. So what's the basic shit now? Actually, you go and ask yourself what you want. Well, I'm afraid that if you don't do this, you rush, build, but you have so many factors that are there. School is one, right? What your future is going to be like. Army is another one, right? It's all unsettled. Then what's the plan? Later, this one go up, this one go down. You fulfill, cannot commit, etc. Then, So I would just go and take a bit of time first. It doesn't need to be long. A week plus, and go and sit. Just go and think. Like, what exactly do you want? I don't have an answer for you, but you're 18 now. I think about until 24. You cross this part, and you stabilize your life a bit also. Commit and enter a certain life choice or reality you design for yourself, then it gets a bit better. But the problem here is too many choices. You can be anything, and sometimes that's not a great thing. Yeah. Remember, it's like 10 different girls chase you. You feel very, very sure. Then you have now 11 choices. Because you can take either 1 to 10, or you can take none. But which is the right choice? It's worse than if got only no one find you. No one find you, then you're alone. Got no choice. But 11 choices is not better than 1 or 2 choices. This one is called the paradox of choice. Which you choose. But if you choose one, then you will give up the other 10. Then forever you will think, they made the right choice. They made the right choice. You can't see it. Yeah. So, but who can make the choice? I cannot.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I would suggest for you. Really, really. You sort this one out, then you can brief your partner, brief your clients, brief your parents. Then you cause less friction in your life as well. Friction is what you have a lot now. People are upset at you, angry, tell you not to do this. Trust me, you don't want more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then beside profit, one of the things I teach, right, is peaceful. Peaceful important, right? Important, bro. Peaceful means you don't get caught there, tell you do not do this, get into trouble here. It's not important, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. But you only get peace, right, when you know what you want. Then you're able to engineer it correctly.
How do you not hate yourself when you have such a violent desire to be great?
I always feel like this conversation is almost like me speaking to a 17, 18-year-old version of myself also. So this is what you're driven by. And I totally get it also, right? Because I actually watched a movie, Fight Club also. There was a very, very old movie, 1999. That started me really questioning a lot of things that you're questioning also, which is, why do people do this and that, and therefore, etc. And I strongly recommend maybe tonight you watch it. You might resonate a lot with it also. It's got to do with a very nihilistic, anarchistic desire to tear down parts of society because society tells us what to do and what to do. And for the longest time, that was the way I felt about a lot of things also. Like I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, a lot of hate. Okay, let me give you religious study 101, right? So the greatest person in the Bible with a lot of hate is Satan. So Satan got a lot of hate, right? Satan don't like God. Okay, I'm not in here to teach you religion. But if you hate something, you still are under something. You understand? So let's say rebel. Rebel means I ask you to do something, right? Then you follow. So if I tell you to do something and you either follow, then you follow. But you rebel, fuck you. But then I ask you, okay, you fuck me, then do you know what to do? No, I just don't want to do what you tell me to do. Then you still are listening to me. You are, rebel is not for society. But it is still part of the same consumption of yes from society. Because a rebel is all about saying no to whatever society wants, but not yet have their own direction. That was this big realization was the one I had because I was very rebellious. But rebel means I rebel against rules. But remember, rebelling against rules still means I'm under the subset of rules. Just that Satan means the rebel, the person that defies. But then defy who is still under that, right? So either follow you don't follow, but you still under this. Correct. Now my whole point of mentioning this also is instead of being a rebel, sooner or later you realize that you need to create your own path. Because saying no to society is one thing, but then brother, then what do you want to do? You kind of think, I'm all about hating that. If you hate it, then you still are under it. But if you create your own path also, which means eventually, this is what I want to build, this is what I want to do, then so if you ask me now, I'm not really a rebel. Yeah, some things I disagree, but I have so much vision I want to build towards that actually is my thing every day, so I have no hate. Because why the fuck do I hate what I want to do? You can't understand that, right? I have so many things that I want to do, I have zero hate.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got a lot of desire to build and accomplish things I want to do. So I don't identify as either a bad boy or a rebel these days. I identify as a person on my path, building my own vision also. You can't understand? So that's why I ask you to go and do personal mastery and then really understand what you want to build so you're not in a place where you're hating and trying to prove your parents wrong. And at the end of the day, I had a lot of healing conversations with my parents. And your parents are not right or wrong. Your parents are born in a different generation and they are trying to impart their own value system to you. They might not be conscious because most of the time people are not conscious. They just reflect their value system and they try to tell it to you also. And you don't like it because times are different. Their value system might not be yours also. But it's just what they've been conditioned to do. They are not bad. They just pass it on. But you also have a choice to say no and build your own thing. But they are not evil people. That was what I thought. I always thought my mom was an evil, a bad person for doing this. I realized that, she cared, but this was her own way of parenting. And this is what she thought was good. It's kind of like, if you're a kid, then they got this expired bread. And they'll be eating expired bread. Then they give you expired bread. But they give you because they care about you. You kind of get it. But they don't have proper bread to give you. But you're like, no, man, what the fuck, man? You try to kill me. It's like, no, actually, this is what they have. Right? But if you don't have the bread, then you can find your own bread. Find your own path, Right?
So this is the cure for that.
Yes, this is the cure for it because when you have so much path and vision and things that you want to build, then there's no hate. You wake up every day, there are things that you need to do. But if you're waking up every day to prove someone wrong, the F society and this kind of thing, then surely you're a rebel, you're here, that you're going against this. But you're not yet walking your own path.
Okay. This hate or this anger that I'm feeling now necessarily a bad thing?
It is a good drive for you to find this. Yeah. So I give you an example. Let's say you have a chick, right? And you know, she was in a relationship. She quote felt very secure, but eventually, you know, she got fat maybe, and then the guy dumped her. She now has a lot of anger, a lot of desire, a lot of maybe upset, and she uses that to go to the gym. First time in a long time. That can be useful. That can really help, right? Might not be the best for her self-esteem, but she goes there in a fury to work out. Now, she loses weight. It's great emotional driver for a while. But that comes at an expense, right? Revenge, hate, anger comes at an expense. But it gets her going. Eventually, once she gets slimmer and whatever she feels happier, I will encourage her to switch to wanting to look good, wanting to feel good, wanting because exercise helps her calm herself. Because that's a better driver. You can understand. You don't want to be stuck here as the driver forever, but it makes you a very angry person. And remember, not only does it like fuck your energy up, because like, you know, angry people know I want to be around them. It causes you problems, right? Psychological problems, you know, and then it makes you an angry fella. You got no dates, no chick wants to hang out with her. Always angry fellow, there's a lot of hate in his heart, like bad energy, bro. Don't want to be your friend. Then also by the law of attraction, if you are always angry, then you also attract a lot of negative people because you vibrate with a negative frequency, you can't understand.
Yeah.
Like you write a lot of hate, then you get back a lot of hate, you kind of see how that works like in life also. So I would encourage you, I mean, if you have that, I mean, channel it, fuel it, but don't stay there forever. Yeah, this is how you join the dark side, you know. The Star Wars, the Sith Lord is all here, you know. So I just wouldn't encourage that for long term, but you know, if you have it, if you need it as a driver at the start, then use it. But eventually move on to, you know, this is a cleaner one. Path, vision, goals, things that you want to build. You mentioned about Tony or so. Tony, yes, he came from a dark place, used it as a driver, but eventually became like, you know, he has a life mission and things that he wants to build towards as well. Does that kind of make sense?
It does.
Yeah. So this is a lighter, brighter, clear, clean kind of path that you want to be as well. Okay. Can't be stuck as a fucking angry, emo teenager forever. People think he's crazy, you know, he's always very angry.
So I'm assuming in personal mastery, there's health, there's probably relationships as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask me about relationships, whatever you want to ask also. Yeah. So personal, like, you know, you sort yourself out, you know what you want, then you're able to, you know, because when you're clear, then you know what kind of business you want to build. You also know, like, eventually make all this money for what also. You also know, like, you know, what kind of marketing, what kind of clients you want, how you want to run your money, right? And how you want to take care of, like, you know, everything also. And you become a bit calmer person. Yeah. But it's very difficult to build anything if you're very unclear.
That's true. What do you think about dating for someone in my situation?
I think first and foremost, it's almost like, even before you ask that question also, it's like two things first, right? Number one is, do you want to date also? Like, you know, like, that's really important. We can discuss that. So the second of all is like, you know, you in a place where people like you also, correct? But it's not like, you know, unless you tell me now you got 10 chicks all lining up, being like, Ethan, please. You know, if you do, then good for you. But if you don't, then it's almost like, you know, how do you even get into a position where people want to date you also? Correct?
Yeah.
Right? So then let's talk about first thing. Like, do you even want to? See, clarity first. Well, okay. So, two things, right? One is about men and women, and another is about the state that you are in. So dating a girl is a responsibility. When you are by yourself, no responsibility. You want to do what, you can do it. When you date another person, and you know, as a man and woman, even with the modernization of like the females, etc., they want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
You can't understand, huh? So now you got to take care of people. I don't know if you are geared up to take care of people. Okay, because like, you know, you connect with them, you need to take care of them, then, you know, you care for their feelings, and, you know, at this age, 18 to 24, they have a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of ups and downs also. So are you even in a place where you want to handle this? Later you get a girl, right? Then you're like, hey, actually, I don't give a shit about you. Then I'm just like, why even do this in the first place? Like, you know, you might not want to at all do it also, right? So do you even have the space and the capacity to want to care about people? If you don't, then just don't. Don't date already and then say, I don't care. Then it's like, why would you do that? You know, so ask yourself also, like, do you have space right now? Do you want to hear about another person's problems? Because for a girl not really, then fuck, we don't even need to continue. So I don't really want to hear. You kind of see it, right? You know, if it's just purely for a physical thing, then I don't know. I think you're going to run into a lot of problems, you know. I'm only want to get a girl, but I don't really care about her. I think it's going to cause you more problems, you see her, right?
Yeah.
You know, once you get intimate with a girl, she tends to want to share her feelings with you, and if you say I don't care, you can't cause yourself more friction in your life. Next one, you know, apart from wanting a date, then the next one is man-woman attraction. Like, you know, do I think dating? I think you want to be very clear in terms of the way you want to lead your life also, because remember what I said just now, disappointment is unfulfilled expectations. So if she signs up with you and she thinks I'm going to get a caring guy that cares about me, then you are like, hey, you know what? She has no space for your emotions, no one to talk to you, and my life right now is all about business. So what do you think is going to happen? What kind of girl is she going to be very soon?
Makes sense.
She's going to be pissed, bro.
Yeah.
So I would go and get clear first. And then you can let them know, right? Here's where I at life, here's what I value. If you want to come on board and here's the way I arrange my life, then here's what we can do. But if that's not us, then it's fine.
I feel like I go through intense phases where I really crave for a partner, but then phases also I'm extremely grateful that I'm single. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I can't understand. I think it's possible to have a partner that understands your entire life. Ironically, for everybody watching, it's very funny. Teaching teenagers how to get girls, it's not exactly my full-time gig. But the funny thing is, my guess is the more authentic your personal brand content is going to be, the more you're going to attract this person. Okay. But you have to eventually let people know you're open to meeting people, right? This is kind of weird. I'm telling him to use his personal brand to get a girlfriend. He's a young man also, but I think that's the way it's going to possibly come from also. Might not come from school, because people are gathered in school because they actually want to ace school. So you being the rebel going, okay, any girls want to date me here, we want to drop out and go and make 100K a month. And the girls are like, I know about that, because they're not unified together in that space because of that reason. But your personal brand is where people watch and follow because they like this kind of stuff. Among some of them are girls. Some of the girls might go, I'm down with that. So that's probably where you're going to meet somebody who can actually, both understand your work and at the same time possibly like who you are for being who you are. Does that follow? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you actively try and find these people or do you let them come to you?
Jesus Christ. This is a problematic question. Let's just say they will let their interests be known. You don't have to worry.
I mean,
why you getting a lot of DMs from chicks that want to date? Is it? Then just go on.
But it's quite obvious,
That's fine, but but I would say before you do that, I'll get clear also. Because just because they're interested, they might have a vision and an idea of who you are and what life you want. And remember why I always say a disappointment is what? Unfulfilled what?
Expectation.
Yes. So they got expectation. Then later you cannot fulfill already. You're like, hey, let's go. Then now they expect, I thought Ethan was gonna do this. Then you don't, now they get all pissed. So be very...
Sounds like trouble.
It sounds like trouble.
A lot of trouble.
So how do you avoid that trouble? By being very clear. So when they go out, you say, hey, sorry, or before you continue, it's not like hiring. Let me tell you what you're signing up for. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you say, you want to proceed or don't want to proceed? You want to proceed? Then you understand. Don't later tell me, how come you do all this? I'll tell you first day already. But if you don't want to proceed, you can be friends. That's fine. You got to be clear. So, that constantly comes back to the word. Right? You got to be clear. Then when you're clear, then they get clear too. Then everyone's clear. You can ask more questions. Okay. I can know our young man is getting a lot of DMs. From chicks. What else you want to know?
Yeah, how do you see the tension between the duty to build this business up for myself, because it's almost like a duty that I have to do, right? Versus trying to enjoy my life while building it.
Yeah, that's a great question, right? So you got two parts also, this life also. And then this is the business. I wouldn't want to use the word duty, because duty is an implied obligation thing as well, right? It should be a desire. Desire is fine.
Okay.
Desire is right. But duty almost feels like you're doing it for someone else, but actually there's you. So if you're doing it for you, then it's just a goal, right? You don't, unless you have spirits that are beating you. I don't know, if you're doing it for yourself, then it's just because you want to do it. It's called desire. Right? So, you got to sort that out. If you have a desire, then it's a desire. So, how do you do both, right? I would once again advise this word, right? But I have you balance also. A lot of people say, I know, fucking my 18 to 24 doesn't matter, or I'm all about work. Well, let me tell you, there is a window here. Okay, there's a window. And some things that you do enjoy when you're 18 to 24. Ability to have some interesting experiences, etc., being able to travel and those things, they are not open forever.
Okay. Because
when, like I told you just now, right? When you're past 26 and down, what do you think happens for most people at 26? Don't you think so hard? It's just
continue what they're doing.
No. At 26, most of them are where? In terms of...
Or they have a kid. No, not have a kid.
26, where are most people? People behind the camera.
A lot of obligations, I guess. And commitments.
Jesus, no, okay, everyone's wrong. At 26, right, they are mostly in a job. They have work.
In a job. Okay.
Does it make sense? Right? They've graduated, maybe at 25, they've graduated, they're in a job. So when people have a job also, are they able to go out and have fun and do maybe grad trips and do this kind of thing? No.
Harder.
Harder. Even play sports is also hard. And right? And from 26 to some more, they're all going to get married. They're also probably going to get fat at 30 years old, right? Right? These are people when people are in the prime shape of their lives, they're able to do a lot of things, travel, have fun, etc. You can understand. You just got to decide if it's important for you. I just walk you through also. You know, my job today as of this shooting is just to be a guide. You know, I remember, I don't want to advise you to do anything. You will be the decider. But later you do already, you blame me on career. I just here to tell you, like, this is what lies ahead. Then whatever you do, you own your choices. Right? At the end of the day, this is the core idea. DM, not direct message, decision making, right? I give you the options, you make your own choice, you get clear on what you want. 26 to 30 afterwards, people have a job. Okay, all your friends that you have now, most of them are going to go to university, locally or overseas. When they come back, they all have a job. When they have a job, they work a lot, they probably going to get fatter. Some of them are going to get married, some of them are going to have a kid. So even the availability to say, hey guys, can go out and have a meal is going to be very difficult. And you get five people to go on a trip together is next to fucking impossible. Does it kind of make sense? And then the ones they hit 30 plus already, sure, they got money to go on a trip, but cannot go on. Why?
Everything you just said just now.
Yeah, lor. More work, more family, more obligation, they get fatter also. then you go on to 40, it's like impossible, bro. You ask the person to go out for 1 hour, I think that's about it. They're going to be near their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like have a tiger under their block. That's just sorry, bro. Tomorrow you send my child to, you see it? They say it already. Okay, so let's not pretend, because a lot of these gurus don't know what the fuck they're talking about also. They have not lived their life also. They can't provide you proper advice. There is a window, bro, where you get to have a great time with people. And they still can meet you also. You know, so you go and decide. You know, I had a fair amount of fun during this entire period. You drop out, you don't have as much or so, but I would not say that I feel that my life has not had interesting experiences. But this is a interesting window to have fun as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's life. Okay? But at the same time, business, you can build in this period of time, but you must understand that every time you build, it comes as a what? What was our
sacrifice?
Comes as a sacrifice. So then you got to be the decider to maybe find the balance here. But if you don't want to have a balance and you go all in here, you do know that there will be a rebound effect. A rebound effect means that all the things you sacrifice eventually, later on, once you make money, you will blow. And it's okay, right? Okay, but you're like, I've never experienced this. I've never partied before. And then at 30, you're like, I want pictures and beer. And then there'll be a rebound effect, which is why you see some of these. And I've known friends who, you know how like during COVID, no way you travel. Then the moment they open up, people are like, vans travel. Yeah. And then there's that. So, I mean, it does happen. It's up to you. I mean, at the end of like the day. But, but even when you rebound here also, you might not have some of these experiences. So I just want you to make smart choices so that you don't have a sense of what's our number one emotion we want to avoid? Regret. So by me listing out also, you make your own choice, but later, don't forget regret. You sacrifice, you don't complain, say I don't know, I told you already.
So at the end of the day, it's still this word.
Yes.
Still being very clear.
Yeah, you get very clear. Then when you sacrifice, then you are okay with the choice. You okay, right? Like I'm willingly gonna let go of some of these things so that I can build this bigger thing. And then I'm okay. If the price you pay is the price you are okay paying, then there's no upset. But if you pay a price, then they think like, I sacrificed so much, I didn't want to do this. Then there's a sense of regret. You have a lot to think about. It's not about how to scale or send DMs. It's an interesting period.
The thing is, like what you mentioned just now about the paradox of choice, right? How do you not regret picking one over the other?
Your future project, and let's say you are 28 now, and all you did was build a business for 8 years, and now you have a bunch of money, but maybe you sacrifice 18 to 24, you happy? That's one. I hope you don't go all party for 18 to 24 and didn't do the business and now you're 28 and then you are stuck in the job. Then maybe you won't be so happy. Then the third question is, how can I then be at 28? Like, how would I have felt that these last 10 years would have been worthwhile? And maybe, I had a fair amount of fun experiences. I also built a business. I literally have no regrets. That's my 10 out of 10 ideal. Now work backwards and go, okay, so how am I going to balance this?
So list out the things I want to do.
There we fucking go. There we fucking go.
Okay.
Right? Reverse engineer, this is called 10 upon 10 life, right? Naval Ravikant says the greatest intelligence is life, it's getting everything that we wanted. So if we have everything we want and we're happy without a regret, remember, you only have money, but let's say you missed out on a lot of things, you might not be happy.
Yeah, probably gonna regret it.
Yeah, but then if you only party, then you never don't have money, also not good. Then you can decide what the balance is. 80, 20, 70, 30, right? Then you can actually get to where you want to be. And say, man, actually I have a fucking blast doing this. The people who sell suffering, this is stupid. Like, because suffering means you end up at the end goal, but then you also don't like the goal. You kind of get it. It's kind of like people who do all these like devil thing. It's like, in order to get there, you must sacrifice a family member. Okay, then you get there already, then you also like you don't like it. That's not good. So you always want to be in a place where you get to the end goal and then you enjoy the process. So that's your money, no happiness, sucks. No money, sucks. That is two shitty choices.
Okay.
Yeah. But who can play this? Only you can. I can speak for myself, but you have to be the decider. Then the most you decide, you start preparing everybody. Prepare the girls you want to date, prepare your business partner, prepare your clients, prepare everybody.
Okay.
And let them know, hey guys, let everybody know this is the way I want to do. Then peaceful already. But they say, I tell you, first day, don't fucking tell me. That's it. Then you get to where you want to be.
I know to get to where I want to be, like inevitably there will be periods where it's very, very stressful, right? How do you deal with stress, especially when, things are not going well and life is just like kicking you in the nuts? Like, what do you do?
I would even second Hamza's experience also. Too much computer these days is not the best. There's AI, there's a whole bunch of things. Comparison is the enemy of happiness also. And sometimes there's a lot of comparison among young people. But the problem in this young person industry where people are all looking like they're making tons of money, is a lot of them is not true. I'm not saying people are not in general, but they really over-exaggerate different things. So it is possible to let you feel like they're making $1 million a month, but $1 million is their revenue. But when they minus away all the costs that they spend, then they actually take home each like 10K. Happens very common. Then they never fucking just say, I take home 10K, right? They take home $1 million, right? Then you take home, let's say 20K. Then actually you feel like, I suck. I say, brother, actually they all take home 10K. Right? We do know people who publicly claim 6 figures that
the margin's so low.
That are not doing very well financially. Okay, and we know because then we get the real DMs and we're like, what the fuck? So you see, so you consume all of these things, you start to have weird, unfair expectations of yourself, and then you're not happy as well. So that's probably is where the cause of stress is. You think about it, you have done, okay, so you made some bad decisions in your business, but nothing can take away from the fact that you're 18 and you have done a few things that has generated revenue-wise 10K. Correct or not? See. That's pretty okay, right? I'm not saying that's fucking fantastic, but you're doing a few things right. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So I would concentrate on one of the things that are correct, do a bit more of that, and sustainably get it to a space where you get to keep, where you get make good, pay people well, and get to keep the good amount. Does that make sense? And let's say you do that eventually to 30, 40, right? On the way to 100, whatever you want. But you're able to keep a decent amount. You're able to perhaps keep a lot more than what graduates are already making, way more. You're doing excellent. And you're only, 18, 19, 20, you kind of see it, right? And then at the same time, if you can marry that together with the ability to enjoy your life also, so you're making more than what everyone else same age or older is making, you also get to enjoy the life that you have also. You also hopefully find a partner that is great. You are also in great health. Brother, this is pretty fucking, we're all the good starter.
Yeah.
Right? And then you look at all areas of your life and you're like, actually, I'm quite enjoying my life. Making excellent money, I feel free. I've got a great girl. I'm in great health. I don't feel like I'm sacrificing prime years of my youth. I've got good experiences. Then when people go out and grad trip or travel, I can pay for things also. Sounds like a solid way to live your 20s, right? Right? I mean, if you don't, just every day, right? Be a bunch of money with no fucking girl and no health, no happiness, and just grinding. Then also like, you want that also? Like, I don't know. So something to think about.
For sure.
Yeah, so A, don't compare. B, I would go out there and continue to exercise and meet quality people.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, the value today is just, maybe some of these things give you a perspective also. But if you stay in an echo chamber where, these young gurus are propagating, if you don't make 100K, you are gay, then And it's just, just trust me. And also you'll be playing this a long time as well. Okay?
Yeah, I've been playing this a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, shit, I'm 39, you're 18. So, 18 and 39 is like 21 years. So if you are rushing so much and, you've been track and field before, this is fucking 2.4 and you fucking sprinting the first round. It's like, you keep this shit up for another 6 more rounds, 5 more rounds. You burn out, then you gone at 24, then not gonna make it. Yeah, you will get there. And then also after you get there, then where else do you want to go? So, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, enjoy the process. It's going to be a long ride, bro. So trying to kill yourself. Like in such a short amount of time. Too many people are gone in this period. Not like they pump for a while and then they just disappear. Thank God. Happens a lot.
So winning is just not quitting during this period. Winning is just not quitting.
Yeah, it's getting clear. Enjoy yourself. When you enjoy something, you don't quit.
Oh.
If you sacrifice too much and then you get somewhere, maybe you get it, don't get it, eventually you'll quit because you suffered too much, right? Then you don't want to do it. I have coached a lot of people in this area. A lot of them have a lot of strange behavior in this period. Really?
Like what?
No, just like, they say want to do business, then suddenly they quit, then they delete social media and disappear and then reappear, and just a lot of strange like behavior. I want to see, guys nodding. A lot of strange behaviors. So I almost feel like this area, like, if you ask me, like, mental stability is the most important. It's not even like making money. It's like mental stability. But once you cross here and you get to here, then everything becomes a bit more stable. Yeah, like the problematic years. Not like, teenage years, puberty. But this is like the puberty for business.
In 8 to 12 months, national service is going to take me in. Do you have any advice surrounding that? Or like what systems I should build and hires I should make before I go into national service?
I think it still goes down to clarity. So it's like, when you go to NS, like, how's your health? You are going to be PES A, B, C, D? What's your health?
I mean, I have to find out combat ready law.
Okay. So, I mean, then the next one is also like, to what desire you want to go in and do well inside also. Right? That's also an important question. So, do you want to go in there and ace it and do fucking well? If you don't, then
does it help the business in any way?
See, good questions to go and think about, right? So, like, how well or what do you want to do inside, right? Some people want to go in there and be an officer. Some people want to go in there and kind of exist and hopefully find themselves in a place where they have more free time. You decide that, based on the overall goals that you have. Then accordingly, you adjust the way you behave in national service, make your intents either one or the other be known. Then you usually, because you're clear, you end up where you want to be. You want free time, that can happen. If you want to be an officer, that can happen. Then you adjust accordingly, and then, you have the time to do the things you want.
Okay.
Or not if you choose to be an officer.
Okay, cool. How much time would you set aside for mapping out the grand vision?
It's not even about time. You like stick with it until you fucking are clear. Because if you're not clear, it's like, bro, you're like the designated driver. Then where are we going? I don't know. Chiba, you don't drive. You see it, take first.
I feel like I mapped out a lot of different variations of my grand vision, but it seems to always change every year or a couple of months. Is that like normal or?
Change based on what factor? New knowledge?
Yeah, new knowledge and probably like, it's a new knowledge.
Okay, and what kind of new knowledge adjusts this?
Understanding what I like and dislike through experiences. That's probably a big one. Then just like uncovering stuff that I didn't know in the past.
Yeah, so I would dedicate a bit of time not just reading about marketing, but I would read about like, your existential stuff, like what exactly is life, what is purpose, this kind of stuff as well.
Okay.
That's why I always feel it's like slow down to go fast also. Because you experienced last year what happens when you just go fast, but no brake, then you end up like that.
Yeah.
The car spins out of control, then they end up being in debt, which happens also. So I remember there's a brake and an accelerator. Some people are like, I don't believe in brakes. Then you crash. Brakes are very important, bro. Otherwise you kill yourself. That's not good. So being able to slow down, think about these kind of things, then really important. Really, like it was mental, emotional control, critical. Yeah, then really decide. I'll read on this kind of stuff. Hey, you're a reader also, right?
Used to.
Yeah, and whether you watch videos and actually do the work and think about it, not just Hamza and just many other people on the meaning, their definitions of what a quality life is also. Because if you chase only young internet marketing gurus, then the life at least they project, not even live, because they project also. They project because a lot of them don't own the things that they say they own, having met them, or don't live like the way they say they do. Then, they only project it because they feel that that's what is needed to get young clients like yourself. Then, whether they live it or project it, maybe it's not even what you want also. Then you start thinking that is what success is. Right? Success goes more than just tons of sports cars or big houses or fancy watches or expensive dinners or 6-star hotels or lots of girls, which usually are the only things that they project because they feel that that's what gets the young boy market. I was speaking to Tate's marketer. Yeah.
Tate's marketer.
Yeah, Tate's marketer, and it was very clear about the way that that's what they design to get young clients in also, right? And to a large degree, like Tate is an actor. I'm not saying he doesn't have these things, but he knows what he's doing. Okay. But ultimately, like even if you had all these things, would you really be happy? Sometimes we'll reach there and realize that it's not what I want. I don't really like supercars because they're not very comfortable. I've had friends who have bought supercars. Most of them do not like it. Maintenance is expensive. You cannot drive it everywhere. It's really not very comfortable at all. You can't store any of your stuff. And beyond the glamour of buying it and like riding it for a while and telling everybody you have it, after a while you're just like, man, fuck, that's not great. If I'm not doing it for everybody, what the fuck am I doing this for? Yes, the number of people that like doing that is, that's true. There's not a lot. Then now you start, because you buy already, then you're not happy, then who got any sympathy for you? Right? Then you buy a 300K watch and then like 60% of people don't know what the watch is. Say, hey, nice watch, Casio. And then you're like, what's he buy? Fuck you. Right? Then they're also like that also. Then, then you have a big ass house. That problem also I've told my young team also is like, I've been to places that I got a lot of rich multi-millionaire, billionaire clients. And the problem with having a big ass house is these guys always want people to come over because the house is very empty. It's very lonely. So imagine now you got 30 bedroom. Then you don't even have a girlfriend. Fucking hell, bro, you stay in 30 bedroom for what? These are now like haunted house. Right? Then you walk down the hallway or you remind how empty the house is, like worse. You have a nice house, but you need 30, right? Then you see in how many bed, bro? A bit weird, right?
Yeah.
Right? Then you got all these things that you don't actually use. Then it's lonely. So all the guys with big houses, like sooner or later, always want people to come over. Because it helps them fill up the sense of emptiness and loneliness.
I see.
A bit sad, right?
Right. Sounds quite sad.
It is a bit sad. Because like I say, I know why. Because they always ask, hey, you want to come party? No? Come my house, come my house. Then I also know why also. Like 4-5 stories, 2-3 people there. So feel a bit lonely. Then I spend so much money already. Then also like that. And I started to realize like this is why I want to live the way I live. Because everywhere I go, I have friends. And I realized I don't even like being in the house that much also. I like working outside. So for me, the place is just a place to shower, sleep. You don't have to follow me. It's just like, this is what my happiness is. But the people that buy cars complain. People that buy a boat also complain. But later, they're like, boat maintenance so expensive. Because the novelty wears off, right? Yeah. Then they buy a big house, then like lonely. Bro, that's fucking sad, right?
Yeah.
That is like, I sacrifice all of these to get this. They're not happy with what I get. That is like quite fucked up also. But I'm not saying don't get it. I got friends who love their houses and their cars, and if you do, then do it. If you don't, then think about what you want.
I'm very curious, right? Since you've spoken to so many different people, people with a lot of experience in that domain as well, probably, what would you say are like the best pieces of advice that they've given you that really changed how you think about these individual quadrants over here?
Then let's run through as well. Finance is really important also, because if you don't know how to manage your money correctly, then a fool and his money is soon parted, right? I think it's really important. So a lot of people they in fact are the opposite of financial management, because a lot of them make a bit of money and spend immediately. Someone is dumb, right? When the internet marketing make 100K, straight away buy a Rolex. The moment they do that, you should unfollow them, and they stupid. I would say like unfollow. You should just like, I don't want to follow their life philosophy also, because that's how you get broke. You don't even have savings and you blow it on like, not even assets, or blow it immediately on material goods also. That's just stupid. That depreciates also, right? So know how to invest your money accordingly, know how to manage your finances properly. Really important. Leadership, I mentioned just now already, right? The most important element about leadership is making a team better and knowing how to raise up new leaders.
So before we proceed, right, for like this investment part, let's say I'm taking home like 10 plus K every month, right? Right now, I'm just sitting in my bank doing absolutely nothing. Like, what should I do with it?
I think you're going to study a little bit of finance first. Trust me, if you're so eager to invest, right, but you lose it, right, then it's worse. There are three things that can happen with your money. And number two is not bad. Number one is to grow it. And a lot of people are very eager to grow. But remember, there are tons of scams.
Yeah.
And in your eagerness to invest also, if you lose it also, that's not good. Then now you got lesser money. Number two is just let it sit there, relax first. Well, number three is losing it.
Okay.
So in your eagerness to do number one, high chance if you know what you're doing, you'll end up number three. Then trust me, you'll wish you had number two. You kind of get it? Just chill first. Chill first. Because a lot of people will prey on your desire for number one, but end up having number three.
I was thinking just chill, like throw it into some high yield saving or like.
For now, you could as well, right? But make sure you're able to withdraw it at any point in time should your financial literacy improve and there are opportunities you want to take advantage of.
Okay.
But if you lock it there for 5 years, then you're an idiot. You cannot take out also. And Bitcoin $1, you also cannot buy.
Okay.
But I got 5 years, I need to wait for 2 more years, you stupid. Okay, so I mean, you go and find out there also, right? But there's nothing wrong with holding on to money because every single day there are new opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay, but what you need to worry about is your lack of literacy. So if you don't know how things work, that's far worse than worrying about no opportunity. Okay, so this one is about making a team better. This one is about being able to communicate. Like you need that thing. You have had some reels. You're able to speak. I would shoot more and be able to look towards doing your first ever workshop and that kind of stuff also. Right, one of the best ways to build a brand is to be able to speak to a large group, one to many also. But that's a skill. The school will never teach you. All right. So you have to come out and be able to know how to speak to an audience also. Right, speak, sell. All these are important. Look what Iman did also. Iman has the ability to speak one to many. Yeah. Can do a webinar. That's a big source of his revenue. He's able to speak in front of people. He's able to do sales calls and a bunch of things. So this is really important. Right? What the fuck did I write over here? I have no idea what I wrote here. Personal mastery, this one is also. So definitely whatever, just like different elements of like the entire business. These are all the advice.
For marketing itself, right, based on your experience and your knowledge right now, what are like the best strategies for coaches in 2026 to scale their business?
I don't even think that you're doing the wrong thing. It's just like, building a personal brand is the most important.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people are running ads these days and finding out that, they get low quality clients. Because when was the last time people click on an ad? These days, you look at every single one of the, so we just zoom out and just listen to your story. Every single one of your purchases has been because of YouTube. That's your own question. But like, no, I'll run ads. Bro, you didn't even buy your ads. You bought because you watch your YouTube. Every one of your purchases has been from YouTube. I'm a very good listener. That's true. You go from YouTube to Discord, then you buy. So literally, this is what we teach. You just practice stage number 2 and number 3 of what we teach. We call it the 5 C's, right? The first one is character, which means the way you want to present yourself. So Iman has a different way of presenting the other people. Then number 2 is content. You came through content. Then number 3 was community. You went to a Discord, maybe free. Then you consume content community. So YouTube, Discord. Then you eventually buy.
Okay.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
Then you convert you either sales call or webinar or some kind of offer. Then you bring a client. Look at yourself, bro. You look at yourself. Last 3-4 years also, you do the exact method we teach. So you
buy from YouTube.
Yeah. So you ask yourself like, so if you go and say no, ads are better, then, brother, you don't even buy my ads. What the fuck, bro? You listen to your own story. Maybe the ads was to create the awareness for their offer, but you mostly chose them because you consume their content and were in their Discord.
Okay, so building a personal brand.
Yeah, you are on track. Bro, listen to yourself. That's how you buy, bro. If it doesn't even work on you, you didn't go, I just woke up every day, click on a bunch of ads. You don't even do it, bro.
So other than just, posting, Instagram Reels, YouTube itself, is there anything else that constitutes building a personal brand?
If you go and take a look at what you did also to really stand out, you knew how to create something that went viral. Know how to capture attention also.
Okay.
Huh? That's literally it. All these guys who were able to do the exact same thing we're talking about to you. The use of AI these days is for you to do more of those things also. Because people don't go on to, when they want to chill or consume information or take a break or follow interesting people, they don't go on the cloud, bro. They go on the IG and YouTube and what's fresh and interesting, and then that's where they start to enter your ecosystem.
Yeah. So seems to be way more important than like what funnel you're using right now.
But yeah, you ask yourself. I mean, you had that aha moment just now. Did you buy these people because of some classy funnel? No. So watch a bunch of shit, and then you just went in, and one day they had a hot offer, and you're like,
Fucking true. Yeah.
it's like, you answer your own question. I already answer it, and you just don't work on you, or don't work on anybody else.
Yeah, I got kind of an interesting question.
Yeah.
If I was to, let's say, snap my fingers right now, right, and everyone forgot, they don't have any memory of who Melvin So is, how would you rebuild your entire business from the ground up, like to hit like?
Am I 18? Am I 20? Am I
No, with the knowledge that you have right now.
just exactly at the same age? Yep.
But no one knows who you are right now.
Okay.
So starting from zero.
Yeah, so at least I know the things that I know, but no one knows.
What would be like your first step?
Literally the stuff that I teach you, I will just begin first and foremost, taking a lot of trending topics, right? Being able to provide perspective and stuff on that also. If they forgot, but let's say I still have my track record, right? Because my track record is what gives me my experience. Then I will just say, this is who. Let's say I'm not even on any social media platform, right? But I've done a bunch of things before. So I'll provide perspectives, and I'll do it every single day also. Create as many of these. A lot of news are happening also. AI, celebrities, brands, etc. I'll just every day dissect all of these things. It's almost like some of the IG people who do breakdowns on people's videos. Does that kind of make sense? Famous person, you break down the way you do it. I'll literally only just do breakdowns.
You only do breakdowns?
I'll only do breakdowns, but in the breakdowns, I'll sound really smart. Because I am very smart. And people are like, who the fuck is this guy? But why do I use the breakdown? I use the breakdown because the breakdown gets attention. So people don't know who I am, but they know who I'm breaking down.
Okay.
You can't understand? Right? Then I start to explain things about why this works. So people are like, this motherfucker is quite smart. Who the fuck is he? Then I start to build a base of people who kind of follow. Once I have a base of people, then I start to transition towards teaching the things that I kind of know. I will hold off on having an offer for quite a while and just build a bunch of value stuff. Does it make sense? And have people kind of watch also. But I'll hint at having an offer. Then one day I will take on a small bunch of people. But there will be a frenzy also. I'll probably sold out in 30 minutes.
And how long is that phase where you build up? Or is there like a threshold? Or there's this number, then I start transitioning?
You kind of have a good sense based on the amount of comments and credibility you kind of have. I'm quite sure Homozy had that also. He had the same philosophy where he was putting a bunch of things out also for quite a while. Then you take a bunch of clients up. And I will sieve and take on the best clients with the highest chance of success, get them amazing results, and then eventually start to build everything from there. Because now people have watched me. I had an offer. People who came in were amazing. Now everyone is in a frenzy to want my stuff.
Okay. And then at which point would you bring a team? Like what hires would you make?
I also get very clear on ultimately what the dream goal is also, right? How I want to live my life also. Does that kind of make sense?
Okay.
And then afterwards, then you bring in those people accordingly, because there are different models that you can run. You can run an agency model, coaching model, whichever model you kind of want to run also. But it needs to tie into your grand plan. And so, I mean, for myself, I like doing this coaching thing, so.
So let's say it's this agency thing right now, right? And we talked about don't be so attached to a number, but let's just say hypothetically, right? Okay, let's not focus on the agency. Let's focus on a coaching business, like what you're doing right now. And I want to scale one of my clients, let's say from all the way zero, they have nothing right now, to $1 million a month, right?
How old are they, and are they capable? Do they have the... So before we even talk about this, right, we want to ask 3-4 questions also. Number one, in case everything breaks, $1 million a month requires a person with a personal blueprint of $1 million a month, and most people don't have. $1 million a month requires financial capacity and maturity to handle $1 million a month. Most people don't have. Handle clients at $1 million a month. Most people don't have. Handle themselves at $1 million a month. Most people don't have. So before you even talk about it, right, what happens when you give a person too much weight that their body cannot handle, it'll break. So you can bring them there, but you must, before I even want to answer this question, you must look at the person and go, can they handle $1 million a month? Some people cannot. Some people are menace to themselves.
Yeah.
You understand or not? Some people would, the more you have $1 million a month, bro, I tell you, whew. Yeah, they drink a lot, fuck a lot, drug a lot, and then they are no longer reliable. Then how? Then the business should talk to, and then if you are involved also, you're not gonna get paid. So I would that's why you have to pick the people you work with very, very well. Some people cannot handle, and I know I can handle. I built something 25 to 30 mil in about 3 to 4 years. So I know I can, what will happen when I'm in that position. I've also, not stewarded money the best way possible also. So I'm just understanding you first also. Lord forbid you work, but they cannot handle. Oh, bro, then, I don't know, man. You start to see a lot of strange behaviors and high amounts of money. They take money, go party, buy car. Then you're like, motherfucker, my comms where? So before you even get there, like watch first whether they can handle. Then later they cannot, because you get it from clients. What if they cannot manage the team well? Then now die. That's same problem. Then what if they cannot fulfill? Then die, then refund, then debt again. So before you even talk about scaling them to $1 million a month, you watch first. This person got the right traits. So we talk about a gentleman there, at least from social media, that's what like he looks rather sensible to me also. He must shout out. I like Suwei. Suwei looks, I don't care that much about the marketing stuff that he teaches, right? At the end of the day, it's just personal branding, but he looks like he has got a good head on his shoulders also. Like, when, looks like, but I have never met a guy before. But at least he looks like he cares about fulfillment. He looks like he works hard. So it looks like he cares about all of these things. So that as he makes money, that I start to see a person that, okay, looks like he can handle a bit of success. You can't understand?
Okay.
What I'm kind of saying, and I know a person cannot, if the moment they make 200 and they're like, yeah, Rolly. Then I know, yeah, stupid. This one won't last. This one die. You be this person business partner, die. Because the moment money in, like, never even minus tax, bro. Like, what if you spend the money, then you never, bro, this is stupid. 100 in, 100 out straight away. Oh, bro, then don't need saving. What if next month got problem? What if the IRS come? What if the FTC come? Bro, they will come on in the US.
Yeah.
Then later they come, they ask for money, then you rolly already, you Lambo already, then you no money, you sell already also no money to pay. I go, this is financially irresponsible. This person at $1 million will do stupid thing.
Okay, so identify the right client.
Yes, so you must have the right client first. Make sure they can fulfill, make sure they're not stupid, but stupid already, then you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Make sure everything is all nice and good. People become weird when money's big. I'll tell you first. Like my former partner was nicer when we were making about $1 million a year. Started to be weird when we hit about, but last time during COVID, we did a lot of webinars also. So one weekend I can make 5 to 800K. Sing, not bad.
Not bad.
And that was when I started to see a lot of strange behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, the behavior I never saw before because, imagine like you sleep, wake up, your bank account 8K. That's fine. Then you see you everything changed. I walk you through. You sleep, wake up, next day it's 80K. Now we're not yet done. You sleep, wake up, it's 800K. No, we're not yet done, bro. You sleep, wake up, it's 8 mil. You understand my point?
Yeah.
You remember the feelings you saw, you will always feel at 8K, different when you wake up 8 mil. Suddenly you're like, things change. See it? Easier if make 8K, give 4K to people. 80, give 40, still can. 800, cut 400. Who knows already? Like, hey, is it really worth 400? 8 mil, cut 4 mil.
I see.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's the issue. 8 very easy, I'm just saying 4K. 8 mil, send 4 mil? Sure not. You talk 80. 80 mil how? Oh, no, send 10. Oh. I think 5. 5 should be okay, right? So these are things that, you only understand through perspective. I don't even care about the 1 mil a month. I care whether you go get paid. You're not even there with them, bro. Later they make already, they tell you, oh, sorry, gone. Then you're not going to get paid. Also not good. So 5% they can handle. They don't blow the whole operation up. 5% that can actually even do that kind of numbers and make sure that you get paid. So everything is stable, right? So that at least you don't just have $1 million a month and then die, which happens a lot. Once you have that also, I would do everything I just said, right? They got to work really hard, which I think a lot of young people these days seem to be very allergic to working. It's like, you got to work extra hard, bro, because the barrier of entry now is very low. We know it's very low because you fucking like school, bro, and you can do this. How low is low, bro?
That's
It's
very easy
low.
to win now. Yeah.
No, it's not very easy to win. It's very easy to play. There's a difference. Anybody can play. Okay, sometimes it's not a good or bad thing. If it takes 100K to come in to play, the barrier entry is high. Not everybody can. The barrier entry now is $20 for a ChatGPT or Claude subscription. That means anyone can play. You might not like that also. Because anyone can play, it means the competition is very high. If the competition is very high, then you got to work very hard. You can't understand that? Yeah, it's not as easy to win because sure, but I don't have money to give to 10 young people. I got to choose one. So if all 10 fucking teenagers like you, Ethans around the world are all DMing me, I got to choose one. You can't follow. I don't have 10 copywriters, correct? Then you got beat nine of them, man. That's the real key. You got to work very hard at this point in time. Yeah, sure, it's easy to play now. Harder for me at that point of time to play. But now competition is so stiff. 15 also can start. 12 also can start. Oh, bro, you're not fighting young kids, yo. Fighting everyone from fucking 12 all the way to 70, bro.
Everyone's doing this shit now.
Yes. But then I only need one service provider. Okay, so you might not be that excited yet. So first case, they got to work really hard.
They got to work hard.
It's super hard, bro.
So that's an expectation that we need to tell them as well. Like, you're going to be working harder.
Yeah, you got to. Yes, exactly. You got to be working harder also, right? Like, if you want to shoot content and build a brand, everyone doing also. So you got to shoot more video than everybody, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, it's like minimum 10 a day. Otherwise, who fucking know you? Other people got brand already, bro. You zero. Then you got to play catch up, right? Then, bro, I tell you, social life don't need shoot video. Shoot video, have expertise, learn, grow, talk to clients, jump on sales call, right? You know fucking money now also. You better shoot content, get prospect, get leads, sales calls, fulfill. Your life is like that will be. For a while. You understand, right?
Okay.
You're not fucking girls, you're not partying, you're not doing any fucking thing apart from shooting videos, prospecting, closing, and fulfilling. That's it.
Yeah, so
Then when you say this, then you watch your eyes. If they're like, huh? Then you drop it. Don't do it. They think you're a pussy.
okay.
Some of them is a lot there.
Yeah.
And you're on zero. You gotta work your face off, bro. You better sleep in the office, bro.
Typically, when clients come in, they're like at about 30 to 50K a month. So they at least have like a proven offer.
Yeah, because you said just now they were zero. Zero means you don't need a social life. You just want to sleep here and do this. 30 to 50 is you gotta be the same also. A meal is 30 times that.
Yeah.
Not 10x, bro.
So like, what are the strategies you would use to get to there?
I would literally, so you first of all make sure you have the right person. Number two, you got to dominate content also. Clippers and a whole bunch of things. They got to be as well known as clavicular. Or like, our fucking looks maxing, I will break the bones in my face guy. All those people use the same strategy also, right? They have tons of clippers, they have, and that's where the costs start to run up also.
Yeah.
Like you have to ask yourself whether you're obsessed with $1 million a month, but clavicular spends $1 million a month on clippers, bro. Got to make the numbers work. Oh, it's $1 million a month, but later don't make $1 million, then you debt. Okay, so be very careful. Remember, we had this convo just now, right? How do you get broke at $1 million a month? By spending more than $1 million. You understand? This has happened to internet marketing companies before, and you don't want fixed costs like that. Also, very stressful. Okay, because I don't know if you can always have more than $1 million month. But if your cost is 900, then you need to fucking have your world's best every game, bro. Tiring, bro.
Okay.
So for you think it through, but in order to get to $1 million a month, brand has to be big as fuck. You have to pair that together with ads also. Make sure you got a hot media buyer. Run a fuck lot of ads. You need a solid team of people just running ads non-stop also, right? Because that's what some of the big guys do also. You need content like a demon also. You need a fucking clipping team also, so the whole fucking net knows who you are. You need your back-end offer and fulfillment to be really tight so that people come in and then you have webinars and you need these people. You might have skill. Can they sell? Can they fulfill? Are they really good? Are they going to sell through one-to-many or one-to-one? Then if you do one-to-one, then you need a fucking sales team,
Yeah.
They can close like a fucking animal.
So what we do at least is like we help them with almost everything. All they need to do is like film content and fulfill for clients.
You have them in everything means what, bro? You got here all the thing I talk about. The ads lah, you got like demon like it's social media clipping like a fucking following up, cultivating then your call funnel, is it a webinar funnel, is it a workshop funnel? These fuckers better come in and rock the stage, and close like mad, right? If you have closers afterwards, you better hire a sales team, know that these people can go and close also, track the numbers like an animal also, and then make sure these people can fulfill.
But do you think it's possible like for me to map out right now how I fulfill for my clients to get them to like 100K a month? And then you can identify any gaps.
Sure, do it.
Yeah, so we kind of have like 3 phases. The first phase is we're just trying to get attention, right? So what we do over here is we have 3 things that we do really. The first one is we do Instagram Reels. And this one is just top of funnel. So right here we're targeting a dream follower. So instead of like a very specific ICP, right? For instance, for me, my specific ICP is coaches making 30 to 50K a month. We target someone just that's making money online. Maybe they're a closer, maybe they're just an entrepreneur that want to start because it's a larger TAM. And normally when I create this type of content, it tends to pull more ICP as well as compared to creating just, ICP content. And then we have YouTube content as well, but this one is problem aware. So we talk about, the current problems that they have, etc. This is more so like really reframing the problem that they have, right? So that our unique mechanism can solve it, right? And then if they're eligible, we also run follower ads. This is what Rayson is doing right now as well, at scale. So this is how we get attention. Now, once that in our ecosystem, we then nurture them. So nurture is basically...
That's your Discord lah.
Yeah. Like at a fundamental level, we're just trying to change their beliefs, right? And just get them to spend as much time as possible with us. So for nurture, it then splits into 3 sections, which is Instagram Reels. This is more middle of funnel content. So right here, we talk about, the unique mechanism that we have, right? This is where we introduce that shit. And we also have YouTube here, but this one we do 2 types of content. We do middle of funnel content as well, like solution aware content. So the mechanism, right? And as well as like product aware content. Well, hard to read.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then here is IG stories, because the thing is, we need a bridge for people to get from Instagram to YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's why we spam IG stories, just mini chat, all of that. And lastly, this is where we close. So this is where there's a lot of direct response stuff inside. So this one splits into funnels basically. So we do like DM funnels mostly. We have core funnels, so VSL funnels. And then we have webbies that we love to run as well, webinars, right? And so how we launch a client is we set all of this up. And then typically for the closing section, we want to do like a launch. So it's just a lot of this shit at the top. And then we do like a wait list. Now during this wait list, right, when people opt in, we still sell them. So we still have dialers like call them and stuff. It's like, we can squeeze you in. There's a couple of spots. If you get on early, we give you like 1K discount, 2K discount or some shit like that. Right, and then when we open, this is where we like make a huge deal about it. We use like Homosis, whisper, tease, shout. What's the last one? I think it's shout. Yeah, something like that. And then when we close it, right, we still sell. So we still dial them because marketing is just like making a big deal out of shit, right? And that's basically it. And then we use a webinar. We typically use a webinar to like, for leads that have like, objections and all that shit. So just to clean up the leads, we use a huge conversion event like a webinar. And then we just repeat this entire process for 4 to 6 times. And that's when we transition to something like a challenge funnel or a live mastermind. So that's like the current process. Do you see like anything that you would change?
Okay, so what niche is it?
This is mainly BizOp.
Okay.
But you can apply for anything, I think.
Who's the client?
The client typically is a dude that's between like, I would say 18 to 32 years old. They're making like probably 10 to 50K a month, right? They have a validated offer.
And before that, what was their marketing like?
What was their marketing like? So they didn't really have a system. They're just posting content, but they have no idea what the fuck they're posting. They're just posting like for the sake of it. Like, post every single day. They have funnels to fall, but it doesn't fucking work because they skip this entire phase. And they have no nurturing at all.
Yeah.
Most of them don't have YouTube set up as well. So they're solely relying on Instagram. So people don't spend a lot of time with them and they don't get nurtured enough for them to close. And their entire attention is here. They think that this is the problem.
Yeah. I will tell you this, right? That as looking at this, right? So first of all, this is what a lot of the folks teach also. And to be genuinely honest, there is nothing wrong with this thing also. The basis of whether you break 100, 200, etc. has got to do with differentiation. The problem with this is this. Because everyone knows the game now. You kind of understand?
Yeah.
So everyone's running this now.
Yeah.
You kind of understand. So everyone knows already. So that's the problem in this entire industry. By the time someone comes out and teach, right, everyone follows, right? But let's say we all fucking... So you want to make 100K. Shit, we don't even talk 100K. You want to make $500,000 a month now. Hey, you got to be special. Right? But now we all wearing the same white or black t-shirt. We don't look special already.
Okay.
You kind of follow. So I'll answer your question right from a positioning standpoint also. Because there's nothing wrong with this format, except some elements also. So watch out. Number one, your guy better be fucking charismatic. If he's in fitness and he's a nana jack dude, and there's nothing really special about all of these are mechanics. But he needs to be. So what makes Tate amazing? Why is Tate better than Belma? But Tate funny. Tate's tall.
Funny.
He can explain things well. You will watch a Tate video over a Belma video.
True.
See, bro.
It's a character.
So yeah, bro, you see about this? There's not the Tate's flow even simpler than yours, bro. His flow not as good, bro. This is a fucking complicated flow. His flow very simple. You pay a podcast, say like weird shit, then bring them to a Telegram, then nurture already, then join university.com. Bro, that's like it. His flow easier than yours. You got DM, call. Tate, where got all this, bro? Zero. Tate got DM me, comment below. ManyChat, you got no ManyChat, bro. But you see a lot. So before we answer all of these, right, I would pick a client also. So I told all my guys also, very simple. I told them to work really hard, right? Because I'm I'm basically, I don't want to be like Tate, but it's easier for me to find another of them than them to find another of me. You kind of follow, because there are not many people that are confidently able to express and have interesting experiences also. So number one, how do you break the barrier? There are a lot of people doing AI. Dan Martell is great, because Dan Martell has a lot of elements that make him Dan Martell.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people teaching Homozy. You can ever say whatever you say, whatever you want to do. There are a lot of people teaching like Homozy, but Homozy is special. You got Jim Launch, he's jack as shit, he's hairy, and he's a unique character. You cannot see a lot. So if we had to pick, right, versus a skinny, young, white guy versus a Homozy video, you kick Homozy, right? You cannot see it. So number one, you either find a person who has these elements, right, because that's your greatest bet for success. Or number two, right, you better go down to the character and make sure that this fucking guy is very interesting.
Okay.
Because if we all have everybody, and the problem is that how many people you know are running this?
Quite a bit.
Everybody. Then fuck, you also don't go and click. You also end up clicking on the people that are interesting. Correct, right? So watch out. I'm going to solve all of these. Right? But there's nothing wrong with the flow. The flow is great. But then the answer is not the flow. The answer is number one, to pick someone interesting. I'm interesting. People want to watch my ship.
So zero should be attractive character.
Brother, yes. That's why our first key is character. I already told these people and say this is going to be the most fun also, because by them working here, they have the potential to build for a person who is very, very interesting. I genuinely am doing all the things that I put on social media. There is nobody else here who is as interesting. Most of the people are very boring. Then you don't even they don't speak well and they don't live very interestingly also. So you don't even want to watch a video, bro. They might have all of these, but the max will do 50 only because they're not interested. I am. So find people who either are attractive, interesting character, or else make them interesting.
How do you do that?
Bro, you better spend time with them and be like, how am I gonna pin? Like, it's like a guy who's kind of mid. And better go from looks maxing, better go and find clavicular, know how to sharpen your entire feature, whatever. You just gotta make them interesting.
How to make them interesting.
Yes.
Have you done this for a client before, like making...
Bro, that's literally my entire business. My entire business is called X Factor, bro. Literally, let's see, this one we have clients go and write down what makes them interesting. And my entire business is to find the interesting elements of people.
So what angles can I like go into?
Why do you think you got 280k views on your reel? Oh, you're interesting, but this won't last forever. Man.
Yeah.
You're interesting because you are talking about high school dropout, young Singaporean. Now I want to make 100k. You give this 4 more years, you say, can I make 100k as a 21-year-old? No one watch it. So that's why your character interest is only limited. You got to thank your school for it also. Because if now you're in army, still not bad, but you're 21, no one watch it. You kind of see. So your guys are forgettable now. So you got to make your guys interesting. Then this one, you got to increase this also. Right? So it's not like magically fixing everything. So if they're more interesting, more people watch. Right? So either improve these elements also, so more people watch. They need to be distinctly different than other people.
Distinctly different.
Yeah. So like, people have tried to copy Tate before, but no, he's uncopyable.
How do you really make someone like uncopyable? Like, what are the elements that...
Lifestyle, unique story, the way they express themselves, the way they talk, etc., etc. This entire industry is filled with people who want to try to be like me, but they cannot, bro, because like they have not gone through the pain and the stories that they kind of have. So either find a person or make sure you work with that person till these things are brought out also. Because if you just tell them, hey, today we got to shoot video, I AI churn a script, going to read in front of your computer, looking at having a setup that looks like everybody else, then of course, like you kind of get it.
So really understanding them
Yes.
and their story in detail and extracting the points.
And then so all of these elements were so the answer to all of these, right, is your mechanics here is great. Then the answer to improving this cannot be mechanical. So there are two elements of marketing, right? It's called mechanical, a system, a flow, a DM, a software, etc. Then this is non-mechanical, right? I used to call this tangible and intangible. Does it make sense? Like this is a tangible step also. So the steps look fantastic to me also. Which means the answer to improving this is doing the non-tangible. Now, DM funnel, I mean, you copy everyone's working DM, that's great. You improve the guy's charisma and his closing ability on webinar, that's great. You improve your closing leadership, your ability to hire great closers, reward great closers, motivate them, and like improve their scripts. This will increase also. Whether it is kind of closing or call is over here. You improve your guys' charisma also, so he's able to get more. That will also improve. You improve your own ability to take risks also, whereby you spend more money and basically go out there and have that desire to be like, all right, our guy is funny, fucking interesting. I'm gonna make sure the whole internet knows about him. You kind of follow what I'm saying? I don't require this balls, bro.
Okay.
That's how you're gonna get there, lah. Right? Because why? I mean, who are the people that are the most well known now? Neon is well known. Tate is well known. The Vehicular is well known, right? iShowSpeed is well known. But you know that beneath all of that, right, is them having the desire to own the space. You kind of follow what I mean? So they will say like, I want to spend the money and make sure everyone fucking knows who I am. So you can see, the answer is not even like, because behind a lot of these people, they don't have these elaborate things.
Yeah.
Their system not even as good as yours.
Yeah.
But they do more. So the answer is not mechanical. You understand? I'm trying to tell you, but you are trying to have me give you a mechanical answer. I look at it, I think it's like, the mechanics is great.
Okay, so it's more so this one, which is the attractive character.
I would say the attractive character, the ability to close also, leadership also, right? How are you going to lead a sales team? I speak to people who lead $4 to $5 million a month sales teams. You know, they know how to get good setters. They know how to motivate people. But beneath all of their mechanics, right, is their desire, which means they are like, we'll dominate the fucking internet. You will not pass without seeing my fuck face. Right there? You see, so that's why I say like 100K is not even the answer. You know? Yeah, so if you have that hunger and the ambition also, but you make sure, because you go fucking take my words and go and do it, make sure you get paid. Remember, you do this, you don't do it well, you get into a big debt, don't blame me. I give you the answer.
Okay, so this is fine.
Yeah, the mechanics is fine, bro.
This.
Now you concern me that you have step number 4. Step number 4 is called fulfillment. Fulfillment is really important also, because when the fulfillment is good, that's usually where you build your reputation, your referrals. You know, you're able to go on YouTube and interview your clients. You're able to sell them even higher levels of things also, right? Tate had War Room and a lot of different events where people get to meet him also, right? So you have masterminds and all this kind of stuff also, you know. And more importantly, you got retention also. Yeah. So it is the very intense launch of all of these things also. And being able to like control the budget of how this is. This also will not last forever. I'll tell you first. Yeah, it will not last forever. This kind of like full-blown Big Bang operation, that's why I choose to build mine in a more sustainable manner. Because, you know, if you blast your face in front of everybody, it leads to repercussions.
Okay.
This kind of thing max lasts less than 2 years.
So how are you doing it in a more sustainable way?
Then you gotta not ask the question, how do I make $1 million a month? Bro, that was steroids. Bro, this is steroid reply. Don't last forever. And that's why people take steroid and die early, bro. Right? So then you also ask like you very broke, you need $1 million a month. If you need, then okay lah, we full fucking pedal to the metal and like race as quick as we can. But if you don't, then I'll do it in a more sustainable way. Like, you know, enjoy your life, you know, don't have to do this, you know, don't take on clients you cannot take, then don't need to push everybody like a demon like that. Because you see, if you do $1 million a month, right, you either churn a lot of salespeople or you gotta beat them like mad, right? Like this is the fucking Wolf of Wall Street, right? But can you do that forever? Cannot lah. Then people break already, you got to churn, like, keep on churning. Like. So people run this kind of model, but sooner or later it breaks.
Okay.
Yeah, it causes a fucking problem. So if you want to do a more sustainable one, you just weigh up all your costs and ask yourself, how can I enjoy the whole process throughout? And then usually people like you say, hey, actually I still want a life. Then maybe do 250, 300. But then, you know, still got margin, then can do for like long term. Yeah, that's what I would kind of do lah.
Okay.
You know, but if you really want to go pedal to the metal, then you must be prepared to. Because you can see a lot. There's a lot of cost also, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cost also, right? So $1 million is not really $1 million. Right? You can do your finances, or after you go and spend your ads, or then do all your shit out, and later make less money than if you did a simple 300K. 300K maybe your take home 200K. You do this, later take home is 100 or 80. Then it's like, do for what, bro? So you have the fucking title. You gotta see a lot of moving parts. You got like all these other things, a lot of costs. So I don't even give a fuck about $1 million a month. I just ask like, hey, you got collect money?
Okay.
Yeah. So that has happened before, bro. I've seen people build to 8 figures a year then actually toll. Yeah. So I mean, you want the answer? I just tell you. That's how they kind of operate also. I just choose to do it in a more sustainable manner, right? Because I want to enjoy the process. You know, and also I'm not like fighting towards some kind of like desperate income goal, and then afterwards like, you know, and I also want to do is they're very long term.
Yeah.
But a lot of these offers that are pedal to the metal, right, end up exploding very soon. But most of these marketers then move on to the next one. So it's almost like a fucking, you know, these offers don't last long ago.
Then my goal is to have like 3 dream clients that I'm working for.
Long term or short term?
Long term. Long term on the offer.
Yeah, then long term I would literally like have them do it in a more sustainable manner, and then you have growth that looks like this, right?
Yeah.
But if you are explosively wanting like this in a short amount of time, then the answer is what most young people do, some kind of steroid thing. The steroid comes with a price. Yeah. But you know, it's possible to build like this also.
So, you know, my audience is mostly 16 to like 32-year-olds right now. Like young people, right? Trying to figure out what they want and build like the life of their dreams essentially. So I'm in like the same boat as them, but slightly ahead. What do you think I can do right now with the resources that I have to create the most impact on that generation, right? And inspire them to also live the life.
Okay. One very deep question. So you are wrong. 16 to 32 is bullshit, bro. Let me explain to you why. Okay, my favorite concept is called SOL, stage of life. Bro, here contain at least 3-4 stages of life. You aim at nothing. Okay, so 16 to about 21/22, you know, or 23, this is one stage of life. Okay, remember what I said just now also, right? So the next stage of life also afterwards, right, you have like 24 to 28, like.
Okay.
Then you know you got 28 to 32 also, or even higher also. Right? Men or women also behave differently here. And the problem, right, is what you consider you like here, you might not like here. And what you like here, you might not like here. You can't understand. No? What do you think happens here? Come, tell me. 16 to 22, 23, do what?
In school.
Yes, college, bro. Yes, college, school. Okay, so what's the idea of a good time? Come on, as a young man. Okay,
Idea of a good time.
Yes, come on.
Dating, partying.
Dating, partying, I don't know, sleeping around, buying expensive shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Because this is called adolescent phase. Stupid, this is called stupid. 24 to 38, do what?
Work.
Well, right, your first ever job. Now, things that are fun here might not be fun here. You understand not? Here, they want to stay up late, you know, do stupid shit, get smashed, correct?
Yeah.
Now you got work. Get smashed, get fired,
Okay.
And people start to say things like, hey, sorry, tomorrow I have an important meeting. Hey, I need to go. Oh, you kind of see it. Literally in 2 years, 22, 24, what is fun here, they don't know what want to do here already. This becomes a problem. This is why people like, you know, like being in a long-term relationship is difficult because you cycle through different stages of life. I say, meet a girl here, she like get fucked. Not fucked, she like get fucked up, like drink. Then you also like to get fucked up here, but you like drinking also. But then you come here, you're like, hey, that's not such a good idea. But she still like the drink. You see, you now have tension problem already.
Yeah.
Kind of see it.
Okay.
Right? Now, what happens at 28 to 32?
Settle down, married.
So we don't about settle, but most people want marry and a family, right?
Yeah.
So now you're at 28. The girls still like to get drunk. You can be together. Cannot, you like, this one not wife material. You can't see it.
Okay.
Right? So literally, these are important stages also. So you don't lump the whole stage together because if you don't even know what stage you're going for, here we want to project what? We want to project the fact that we have our shit together. So if you want to sell to people here, right, you got to look like you have your shit together.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Here, you want to sell what kind of bike?
Richer.
Fun, right? Fun, hey, go ahead. So these people might not like this bike. These people look for different things. So you got 3 different ranges over here. You can't understand.
Okay.
Then you need to go and decide which range you want to live. Now, these people might not entirely look up to you yet also. So it's not that this group might not be here, but you have to decide also out of this 1, 2, and 3, which one you want to target.
This one, for sure.
You want to target here, right? Okay, so these people, so if you want to target here, now I gotta give you an answer. Only got...
They're broke, ah.
Well, no. It is possible. You managed to dig up a bit of money also. Come on, they're not entirely broke also. Huh? So how do you be and look and have these people look up to you? And why did you get people hitting up your DMs and you answer your own question? Literally, by asking you of your story, help you answer your question. And it is nothing marketing related. It is only 4 letters. I hope my young gentleman at the back knows what the 4 letters are. How do you appeal to this group of people? You gotta live that life. That's all the answer. Why were you able to get attention? Because you were big balls enough to shoot a video. That people maybe had harbored a thought inside, but you had the balls enough to go and do it. You understand? Like, you shot a video and you went, okay, I want to, like, you constantly still do it. That's why they want to take picture with you. I bet some of them have said that you're an inspiration, or they look up to you, or they think like you're really cool. Why? Because your marketing was great, your reels were fucking fantastic, you scripted some shit on AI that nobody could ever do. No! You just had the balls to do this. Now, whether we agree with how Rayson does his business or not, right? I have respect for the young man. You know, I'm quite sure, I mean, I help a lot of influencers. He definitely knows who I am. If he's watching this, I say, hey, look, man, hey, I have respect for the fact, the Brad Goals and the Raystons, what I do the same marketing as them? No, right? I'm not of the same age as them as well. I'm not gonna, I don't like supercars, I'm quite sure I mentioned that. But I respect for the fact that they have had the balls and the audacity. And that's why they get paid. Because you think you get paid for the knowledge, not really. You get paid for the balls and the audacity to live their life. Because you did something, you put yourself out there. A lot of people have dreams, but not many people live it. Not many people shot the video. The reveal came with repercussions. Because when you live the life, right, you get both the reward and also the what? What is the opposite of reward?
Is it R also?
Yes.
What? Risk.
And also?
Repercussions.
Yes. Your video will give you reward to some degree.
Yeah.
But your video comes with risks and repercussions.
Yeah.
This is why people don't want to do things. Because when you don't do things, you get no reward, but you also get no what? Risks and repercussions.
So I could use this as like key factors for Instagram Reels or whatever through the story. It will blow up for the client if they're targeting this demographic right now.
They need to project fun as well. But this is more for you to understand that in order, if you want to be here, right, then they have to live that life, have the audacity and the balls to put that out there and to be what all these people look up to also. So then people want to watch, right? Then people want to follow you, right? You must be follow-worthy, right?
Yeah.
You make yourself follow-worthy by going against like Hwa Chong and by going against the school and the norm. A lot of people have had their thoughts, but not many people were brave enough to do it or to shoot about it. You did both.
Okay.
But you must understand this carries this. So your answer is to live. You want to build this entire brand also, you got to constantly live that life as well. The ups, the downs, etc. You keep posting about it. You Singapore most famous 18-year-old. Or maybe you side by side with Rayston. Like that. But you give credit to Rayston. He is putting himself out there constantly, correct?
Yeah.
He's got the balls and the audacity to do it. That's why also people look up to him and want to follow it. Before Rayston was Brad Gold.
Yeah.
So they all had the audacity. So people laugh at them, that's the repercussion that comes with it. But for everyone that laughs, also somebody is inspired and joins.
How about for these two demographics?
24 to 28. I would say, like, what do you want to sell them more at the end of like the day or so? And it's a little bit hard.
This is
It's not the easy. Yeah, it's not as easy. You better go and find out how these people live also. Yeah, it's not that I don't know what these people value, but I think it's very hard for you to appeal to a group whose life they can clearly see you have not lived.
Oh no, I'm not trying to appeal to them. So I say my client is trying
Then
to
you go and find out what these people are like first, in whatever degree also. Okay. So you're able to flex aspirationally the things they care about. Yeah, because you cannot show off to everyone in the same way. Because what these people think is cool, those people think is fucking uncool. This is what I say already. Like I recently got the Ferrari and kind of he did the social media crashing it. So I just think it's very silly. But then, right? Because bro, I buy it. But who cares about what I think? I'm like 38, bro. All my friends have sold their supercar, bro. Not even bought. You guys are at the age of buying. We are like, don't want to take MRT. My friends are rich and take MRT, You know why? Like, supercar so mafan. Do for 3 years, you don't want to. Yeah. Take Grab. Like we have a lot of wealthy people that just like, they buy a lot of cars and they all like to take their SUV. Or they have a driver, but they take the Alphard also. Because it's comfortable. And after a while, you drive already, you realize, they tired of supercar. Right? I got so many rich people go out in Apple Watch, bro. And they got 200 times more money than all the people wearing Rolex, bro. Yeah, Apple Watch, they have it easy. I already need to track my calorie. You can't see it. The richest people I know, right, go out in shorts and slippers, bro. Only the just got rich people wear Gucci, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, people my age, right, I reach don't give a fuck already. You think I'm broke? Okay, whatever lah. You are like, I buy Hermes bag. I know people that own Hermes, bro. You see the difference? And the people who own Hermes for sure don't dress like that one. Yeah, they dress the most like, and we ever meeting at Mamak, bro. I thought me at Mamak. Mamak no easier. So
okay.
So you see that. So that's what those people appeal to. But if you're here, you cannot do that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So then you have to get them to live their aspirational life.
Okay, nice.
But for you, I would go and say it goes down to clarity. If you fully commit to a certain lifestyle, whatever it is also, and have the balls to showcase it, the ups, the downs, etc. As you succeed also, you build a whole bunch of people that vicariously live through you. They're like, oh my god, my idol. Then later you ask them to join your coaching, do what shit, then they also join. And why? Because you got a boss, right? Then they want to be around you also. Right? Okay. But that will all come with a lot of risk and repercussion. But that is the price of personal brand.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay the price? Then be invisible lah. Delete your shit lah. But no good also. Right?
Yeah.
But you are here today because I was like, this young man is boss. I want to meet him. But so continue to have that.
Okay. Perhaps let's end off.
Yes, one last question.
Is it like 3 rapid fire ones?
Of course, no problem.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice is to always give. The give with no attachment as well. So I came here today with no desire. I mean, this will probably be useful for you. But I'm no there's no order form. I want to sign you up for some shit. I just wanted to see a young man who's on his journey and see if I can add some value to you. I've never lost by wanting to add value to people. And don't have any obvious desire for immediate return. No. And that's why I'm so fucking unique of so many things also. Because as of this age, there'll be tons of people that want to exploit you. I'm quite sure you have experienced that. Yeah. There'll be tons of people that want something from you. Because maybe you have some fame or whatever. And there'll be some people who want to sell you something. It's always like some form of self-serving. I just came, I thought that kind of interesting. I spent a good amount of time, right? Cancel an appointment or two just to give you as much value as possible. Will it end up with anything? I don't know. But I've never lost by giving and letting all good things eventually boomerang back. Okay. So remember what you put out, you always receive in multiple fold. If you put out a gratitude, you receive. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? Some people are not nice to the person above them. So no, later they become dead, then they get fucked the same way they fuck somebody else also. So it's like, so if you put out good vibes, you get multiple of it back. So that I was not like this before because I was all about what's in it for me. And that really limited my business.
What's the worst piece of advice you've ever received?
Oh, do it all by yourself. I think that was from my mother. My mother got trust issue. So she tell me, if you want something done, do it all by yourself. That's the worst advice ever. Never ever do it by yourself. Because you have limitations of skill, time, capacity. So I've always found it very good to mobilize a bunch of people and make it worth their while to build something together. And never do it all by yourself.
Okay.
That's the dumbest advice ever. Even Batman, who clearly has trust issue, has been saved countless times by Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, Alfred. He always think he's solo one. He was me against the world. Hey brother, your ass is saved multiple times by multiple people. So no one is really solo also. The Joker always got henchmen and Batman is saved countless times by other people. Even Superman is also saved by other people. No one can truly. The Punisher also, very solo one, but he also got help. Somebody buys those guns for him, let's be real. So no one truly can do it all by yourself.
Okay, and Melvin, if all of your podcasts, interviews.
I know this question.
This question.
There we go.
Question.
Go. I love this question.
But this question got aura, bro.
Yes, I love it.
And Melvin, if all of your podcasts, interviews, videos were erased on the internet or forever, and all you had was the next 60 seconds with the world, what's one piece of advice or message you would leave with it?
I'll give you less than 60 seconds. I'll tell you the last 2 words that Bruce Lee gave his son. And those 2 words were just called walk on. To walk on means, you will eventually learn all of these lessons. As a young man, you'll learn these. You'll learn it on your own. I'm here to shortcut it. But if you're smart, right, and you just never give up and you keep moving on, you'll learn these lessons. Now, they'll be painful, they'll be hard. Or maybe if you have someone to help you, it'll be less painful. But if you never ever give up, you will eventually get there. There's only 2 words only. Okay? If you have the desire and you have in it yourself, no matter what, I will get there. It will either be easier, less easy, hard, very hard, but you will find a way to get there. And those are the only 2 words. If you don't stop walking on, you will reach eventually. Now, I don't promise you'll be good. Hopefully you find some shortcuts and some people to help you. But those are the only 2 words. And those are the last 2 words that Bruce Lee gave his son Brandon, who unfortunately died on the film set, but he just gave him 2 words. Just walk on. That's it. The only thing that will stop you also is eventually, I don't know, lack of clarity, eventually you shut things down, you're not happy, then you stop walking.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Thank you.